beautiful gems. Welcome to Friday Night Live Intuitive Oracle. I feel like this week has passed by really quickly, but I'm glad Friday's here. So I just want to say before we start, I've got a few things going on physically. I have that really bad toothache, which I took some ibuprofen right before stream, so I should be good. I've got some other stuff, lady stuff going on. And I also caught RJ's sinus infection. I live with a kindergartner. So if I have to blink off, it's because I have to violently blow my nose because I'm all stuffed up. But I will do the best I can for you guys, as I always do. I'm so happy. I hope all of you who celebrated had a fantastic Thanksgiving. And I really did. I went to my Aunt Teresa and my Uncle Dave's with RJ and Ray, and I got to see some family I hadn't seen in a really long time. She had enough food to feed about 200 people, and there were like 12 of us. So, yeah, I actually ate before stream because I got to be lazy and just warm the food up. So we're good. We're good to go. Let's see who's in the house. Oh no, I don't see Lotus Girl. I hope she's okay. I forgot to message her I didn't message anyone really happy Thanksgiving yesterday. I forgot even to message my kids because I was just very busy getting everything ready. Had to take RJ for a haircut. And like I said, I haven't been feeling the best. Thank you, Miss Val. There's a lot of that going around. If you want to hang out for about 5 minutes, it looks like you're first. Or we can just do you first and knock you out of the way if you're not feeling well. If you still want a reading, just let us know. On my screen, you're first, but you may not be first in the regular screen. So I'll bring Ghostdragonzw in a second. If you're still here. Oh, I'm talking to her like it was 3 minutes ago and she said that it was actually at 2:47 this afternoon. All right. Mama Cindy, what is up? Bat Mom, right back at you. Miss Julie Girl. Blue Crossroads, what's up? Raymond, New England Dirt Roadie. No, sir. Mark Halstead. Roger Blair, Nicole Perrone. Good evening, Miss Pixie. Richard Elmore. She's been posting to on Facebook. Oh, doing well. Okay, let me share out real quick, guys. I'm actually going to text her while I'm live. Hey, Miss Girl. So I'm live right now and texting you. Do you feel special? It's 7:19. We're all in Live Intuitive Oracle. Just wondering where you are. I hope you had a great day yesterday. Sorry I didn't get to reach out. I'm really under the weather with several different things going on. But we miss you, so come hang out with us. Love you. And now I'm going to share out. That aren't totally. Nope, don't want to hear you. So yeah, I really hope everyone had a great holiday. I can't believe already next is Christmas. But I do love Christmas because I really love giving gifts. I really do. I give gifts all year long when I can. And I don't know. It's just something that I really love doing. So, of course, Christmas is going to be a good one for me, right? All right, let's bring in the man of the hour and then we can just get started and talk as we go through. Oh, one funny thing that happened yesterday. So I know this wig is a little wiggy, but I love the color and it's not really that bad. So I decided to wear it. It's my fairy princess wig. So my cousin Tyler, it's my uncle's youngest child, but he's like 17. So I haven't seen him. I maybe met him twice in like my whole life. Once was a few weeks ago and once was when he was really, really little. Because remember, I've spent a long time disengaged from my family because of my addiction. So we're all sitting at the table at the end of the night and I'm talking about something with YouTube saying how like I'm separating accounts. I'm getting a bat phone, so I'm not giving my personal number out. I'm getting a P.O. box. And he turns and he looks at me. He's like, "You're the crazy ghost lady." And he runs. Now, this kid is gigantic. I mean, gigantic. He would probably fill this whole screen. Like, he's this huge. And I mean, he's such a sweetheart. He's such a good looking kid, but he's like a big football player. He was terrified of me once he realized that I'm Gemma Jade. Trying to catch a cat. Nice. Let's bring him in.
Hello, everybody. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I hope all is well and had a good Thanksgiving. And those who are still waiting to eat, I am too. I'm making mine tomorrow.
I'm going to cook a ham tomorrow because we had two. So one we got for my aunt's house so that we can like bring something because I knew she was going to have so much food. But we have 2 ShopRite cards and they give out the ham or the turkey breast if you spend $400 within a certain amount of time. Now I spend that in one order. So for both cards we could get. So I decided, Ray decided he grabbed 2 hams. So I'm going to make the ham tomorrow. I mean, why not? I can make split pea soup. I could make some kind of ham and like broccoli soup or something. I'll do it up. Then I'll have the bone too. All right, guys, why don't we just get started? If Val SWPA does stop in while we're live, let's just read her and let her go back to sleep. All right, cool. And I'm going to try really, really hard to do a timestamp for KC tonight. Okay. It's just I've been in a lot of pain with this tooth. It's an extra tooth, guys. So I don't know how many teeth you're supposed to have in your mouth, but I have an extra one. And it's this one. And it's a fang. It's a canine tooth. It's
a hammer.
It's huge. And it used to make my smile really unique. But since I'm getting older, it's coming closer to the front of like the back of my mouth. And now my smile looks weird and it hurts. So don't know if I'm just going to have them pull it out, because even if they pull it out, there's a tooth behind that tooth because this tooth is extra. So don't know how that's going to work, but it does hurt like even when I talk. And you got to remember, I take medication that dissolves under the tongue and I take it 2 to 3 times a day. So that affects the back of my teeth a lot too, but there's nothing I can do about it because even the tablets you have to take buccally or you have to take under the tongue. So,
right.
All right. Who's first?
Well, let me say hello to a couple guys that always come in and say hello to me. Richard and Roger and Raymond and Mark. Hey, guys. Blue and all them. Lotus, she had the text. Yes, pretty bad.
Vampire teeth, yes. Oh, thank you, Miss Pixie.
Oh, Pixie, hello.
I shared you out the other night. I was ghosting. I came into your chat when you were like, she's probably the boss. Yeah, it's the boss. And I was laughing. And I was like, oh, I should share them out. And then I noticed like a bunch more people came in. So I hope that helped because I do have the ability and I figured out my password for Studio. So I can give it to you and you can now have keys for the whole thing. You can get into Studio. You can monetize your stuff. You can tag things for me and we can work that out too. So that's going to be good. Okay. Hey, Anna, who's first?
Slap me on. Okay. Cindy Lee.
All right. Miss Cindy. Let's do.
You forgot me, Cindy Lee. No, I did not forget you, Cindy Lee. That's why you were first. I was going to say hello, but you got upset at me.
I just love how our Gemma had to text me. I love how our stream affects people. Like, I really do love it. Like, her name is now Mama Cindy Lee, and that's like an inside thing. And I really, really do love that, guys. It sounds so like weird, but it makes me feel special and it reminds me that I'm like actually doing something with my life. I'm entertaining folks. It's all right.
And how you doing, dear? On the
Skull of Light. You know, whenever I pull the Halloween deck early on, I'll pull from it a few times. The skulls are like the most prominent cards in this deck. Skull of Light, the card of illumination. One happy, silly family, absolutely. And I wouldn't have it any other way. You guys know I'm so proud of this stream and of you guys. All right. We can stay in the dark, exist only in the midnight hours, but shining the torch. Victory is ours. As the famous psychotherapist Jung suggested, knowing our own darknesses helps us cope with the darknesses of others. Taking the time to know thyself and to seek understanding of our more destructive or shadowy natures can lead to huge happiness and much less anxiety. The idea of being shown the way in the most difficult of times and always knowing that we are never alone in the darkness are the keys to this magical element. Light is usually a comforting thing, yet sometimes we do not really want to see the boogeyman under the bed. Trust me, you don't. It's too scary, too big, and we know not how to defeat it. Yet by simply shining the torch upon such darkness, victory is ours. Should the skull of light enter your life, Miss Cindy, know that it is time to open yourself fully to the clarity of bright illumination. Allow yourself to be seen, to see, and to act upon what is shown to you. The time is past for hiding, for pretending, and for swallowing our discomfort by accepting the status quo when it really doesn't suit us. I think a lot of us are coming into a time like this. Multifaceted Jules, hold that thought. What's up, Deirdre? So yeah, Mama Cindy, I think one of the first things, and I'm seeing a lot of this in the community, is like we are no longer comfortable blending in. Do you know what I mean? Like when I was younger, all I wanted to do was be normal and just blend in. And since I've gotten older and since I found you amazing folks, I have become comfortable in my uniqueness. I have no need to blend in anymore. I blend in where I fit. And you know, I think that there's a part of your life right now, maybe you're dealing with a certain person or certain people that maybe you just outgrown, or maybe you just don't fit with anymore. And I feel like because you're a light worker, you would have maybe some issue with just telling people, you know, I don't have fun when I hang out with you anymore. Like you can't say that to someone, right? But then constantly putting them off, right? And like blowing off plans or making up excuses, that eventually comes back to bite you in the butt too. So there are two things I'm seeing here. One, Miss Cindy, is that, you know, you've outgrown some people and you've outgrown some things, and you have to come up with a way where you can just let that be known with, you know, and you can try to do it without hurting anyone's feelings. But honestly, if feelings get hurt, it's like, all right, they'll get over it because you were meant to outgrow them. You're no longer meant to be this close with them anymore. Another thing is, I feel like you've been kind of just accepting the way a person is or the way a situation is for a really long time, just for the comfort of accepting it. You don't want to have an awkward conversation. You don't want to hurt anyone's feelings. You don't, it's like, if I just stay quiet about my brother's alcoholism, even though everyone in the family knows about it and he ruins all the holidays, you know, I'll just do what everyone else does and pretend like it's not happening. But there's a situation in your life where you're no longer either able to do that, or next week or two, something's going to go down where you're just going to be like, I cannot do this anymore. I don't care if it's an uncomfortable situation. And this may have been brewing in your mind for a while. There's just going to be like this push off, like something is going to set it off where you are going to hopefully kindly and with compassion and love let this person know that their actions and behaviors are unacceptable, or let a person know that the relationship is no longer working for you, hasn't been for a while. List the reasons why. Remember, you don't owe anyone closure or explanations. If someone has been horrible to you, you don't have to give them a reason. They'll know. Even if they pretend to not know, what happened? What did I do? Yeah, you know what you did. And you know those type of people, right? The unaccountables. I just wanted to, I was going to say for my members before I forget. So next Friday, I'll be doing your guys' videos on Friday mornings at 11. We're going to be talking about not only the dancing plague, but there were some really other strange plagues out there throughout the centuries too. I think one was like a sneezing. I don't know, but it's all in there. And then Monday for everyone else, well, for members too, but for the channel, we are having the twin connection. So we're going to be talking about some pretty bizarre cases of twins, how they were connected. And one case was very tragic. Yeah, I was just looking for that, Stephen.
I figured.
If you guys could all make sure that, and I'm not saying yours aren't because I'm going to go there next. So first of all, just make sure your notification bells are on for all. Second of all, that is probably my fault because I didn't share it out. I created the stream and I didn't share it because I was sick. And a lot of times I forget to share it. So if I don't share it, like when I share it, it pops up right there. Otherwise, it's up to YouTube. And YouTube's not doing anything for me.
They're not doing anything for anybody.
My phone says that I'm 10 people away from 3,000, whereas my computer says I'm only 4. So that giveaway, that contest, I don't have many entries, but we're going to figure it out. If anyone has to leave early for any reason, as always, let us know, and we will try our very best to accommodate you guys.
I'm going to also, I want to make sure you start putting a banner. You know how you can put a banner in YouTube? When you come in, there's a little blue banner you can put at the top of the screen. and it will say, hi, how are you tonight? Blah, blah, blah.
Oh,
You
no,
didn't know?
I don't know how to do that. Well, let me give you my password. You can get in and you can do it. Because
Okay.
I figured out the password. I changed it. Now we know it. And then when in your free time, you can help me with tags. I'm so behind on tags. And I noticed when I did do like, 30 tags, I was getting much more traffic. But I can't keep up with it. I can't. Yes, Lotus Girl, I actually mentioned you guys in the first sentence. I was like, this is the reason I wanted to do this video. My soul sisters. So definitely gave you guys a shout out. Who's next?
Okay. The Batman.
All right.
The Batman.
Batmom, I'm going to use Vintage Wisdom.
I feel vintage.
Oh, man, Batmom. I don't even know. What you doing? Nothing, chilling at the Holiday Inn. RJ found this CD in his car. So Ray has a few junk cars. He used to have like lots full of junk cars, and he has a few left. And there's this old rusty Toyota Corolla, and he put on the keychain. He put a little tag because when he works on people's cars, he has to put tags so he knows whose car's what. And he put RJ's Uber. So I did a little short showing you guys. So he thinks that's his car, like that he's going to drive when he gets older. He keeps asking Ray, when are we going to have my car painted? And you need to bring home gas because we've been playing Uber. And Ray's like bringing home cans of gas and filling, the car up for him. And so he's very serious about this car, but he has a CD player in it. He's going to be heartbroken when Ray sells it. And I think that's why he's been putting it off. But anyway, it was like 2002 pop hits. And I made him sit and listen to every song with me while I sat there and sang everything. He just kept getting out of the car and like doing other things. Yes, Miss Paranormal Pixie. You know what? I do have a Gemma Jade page, but I haven't touched it in years. So what I'm going to do is my Gemma Jade Facebook now is going to turn into the professional fan page. And then, because I finally figured out how to do it. I thought I had it a couple weeks ago, and it turns out I didn't. But I did. Things are getting a little dangerous and a little weird for me. So, like I said, I'm getting a separate phone, so nobody new will be having my personal number. I'm switching to Facebook, so only people that I'm close with and that I know fairly well, like you guys and my family. So probably about 200 people on the personal Facebook page. So no more like sharing personal things, sharing personal pictures. None of that will be on the Gemma Jade page. Hopefully before this time next week. Like I'm hoping to tackle that Monday or Tuesday. You'll have to answer a question to send me a friend request on that one. So totally private, completely separate and different. And I'm turning the Facebook page I have now into the professional page. Hey, Miss Pammy Smith. Thank you, Miss Bat Mom. I'm also, I'm seriously considering TikTok. Not for right now, but maybe like after the holidays, just kind of put my foot in the water of TikTok and see. I know it'll bring in more people. Who is this, Bat Mom?
Yes. Wait, look.
I know, I don't know. Because you're like, it's a card. No, it's a deck. It's a card, but it's a deck. I have all my decks here, but I don't have them here. But these are the decks I always use. It has to be one of these decks. It has to be. I always keep thinking of Anne Stokes' Gothic Oracle. That's the only one I could think of that could even be remotely.
He says it's a card, not the deck.
It has to be that deck. It has to be. Bat Mom, you got enchantment. New England Dirt Roadie, I'm so happy for you being able to move. That is a really big first step. E comes before G, Gemma. Okay. Bat Mom, a beautiful mermaid relaxes on a rock as she combs her long tresses. Dusk approaches and the last warm rays of the setting sun give way to the coming night sky. Although the motions of the sea are unpredictable, this is a moment of peace as gentle waves lap against the shoreline and the approaching ship glides toward its destination. Like a wise sentinel, the all-seeing lighthouse presides over the horizon. 3 giant pansies crown the scene. In the language of flowers, they symbolize the remembrance of the deceased. Mermaids have long been considered figures of enchantment. They use their seductive beauty to beguile sailors. That's not the first time I've said that. Sometimes to their death, but without the sparkling grace of enchantment, the world would be a dull and colorless place. Its delicate aura impassions the spirit and animates the most fantastical dreams and ambitions. Enchantment beckons us to our fullest potential, but can also destroy us if we exist solely to live in the shadow of its spell. If this is this siren showing you some new way of seeing, or is she warning of rocky shores which her light does not illuminate? Just as the presence of enchantment can delight, this card also calls for strength of character to discern wise decisions from superficial whims. Only you can determine whether you have been bestowed with a blessing to joy, or if you're in danger of being swept away by the tide of unconscious desire or conditioned responses. If you feel safe within the spell of enchantments, go ahead, dive in and explore. But if you're unsure, remember the far-sighted lighthounds, think of the plight of those unfortunate sailors, and keep your feet firmly rooted on terra firma. Yes, Miss Smoochie, what's up, girl? So, yeah, Bat Mom, you have a decision to make. So I feel like there's something coming in for you here, or it, could have come in already, but I am getting a little bit of like a futuristic vibe here, like something that's about to happen. But if it's happened already, just take that as like this is an extension of it. So it could be something that like you're really, really interested in doing, or that you're really excited about doing. What it could be literally anything, but I do feel like it's something big and it's something major, and it's like you're being offered it, but there's something like nagging at you that maybe it seems too good to be true. Like maybe, the person offering it, or, involved with it, is being disingenuous. The universe is saying, honestly, what this card is saying is you have to use your intuitive instincts and like your intuition to decide whether or not you should, go with the flow on this one and take a chance. But I'm actually seeing like, no, like your team is showing me like too good to be true. Someone is deceiving you. And I feel like they're using your dreams, your wants, like something really big that matters to you. So just for instance, say that, you're really struggling financially. Someone comes in and offers you your dream job, paying you the exact amount that you would need to make ends meet and not have to worry. But there's something in the back of your head going, why? Why is this person doing? And the universe is saying through this card, like, it's up to you, but your spirit team is saying, no, it's not. Please don't jump into this. Please do your research. Please don't sign contracts. Please know what you're getting into. That's not to say that it is too good to be true. It's just saying, take your time, read through all the fine print. Don't jump and quit your job immediately to jump onto this thing. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, do not rush into anything. And that's probably the simplest way I could have said it, except I'm me and have to tell random stories. So don't jump into anything. Take every new situation, opportunity, relationship, whatever it is, nice and slow. And as you go with the flow, you'll see if whatever this is for you or not, Bat Mom. Don't take anyone or anything at face value in the next 2 weeks. Do your research, or if there's no research to do and you're just unsure, stay in that unsure headspace for the next 2 weeks, because as the days go by, you'll become more and more sure one way or another whether or not you should accept the position, take the opportunity, get involved with this person, etc.
Good, Mark. I'm glad you did.
Yes, of course, I'm a blabbermouth. Who's next?
Jules.
Miss Julie girl.
Jules.
I'm going to use the Checoli Oracle. Oh, Mark, I'm so glad.
I am too. I'm glad you got out.
I'm glad you were able to do that.
That's good. I was lazy. Well, I worked a little bit in the morning, but
you had kind of the right to be, and why not relax if someone else is offering to cook? And you're going to be able to cook tomorrow. So
yeah.
you made those.
All she sent was turkey. All she sent home was turkey. I was like, that's all we get.
Why
but
did
that's
she
all right.
like turkey?
Giles said everybody showed up. Everybody chowed. So I said, that's fine. I got dinner. I'm going to get up and make him sausage gravy and biscuits in the morning.
That's one thing I can't do is that sausage, that white gravy. I don't know. For some reason, I've only had it at like Waffle Houses in Florida, though. Like I've never had it homemade.
Right. Oh, it's great homemade. 3 years. You were due
Yeah, I was
to
just
get
gonna
out.
say that. Wow.
That you needed that, Mark. Big
Yeah,
time.
that's
I'm
amazing.
So happy.
Your light and your spirit are uplifted.
Yes. Hello, Atro.
Latro, what's that? Okay, Miss Julie girl, you got card number 1. It's the card of denial. The world can be a mean, scary place. Sometimes you need to shut out all of the ugliness and only give your attention to pleasant, pretty things. But you've taken it too far. Don't cover your ears and deny reality. When you're in denial about your problems and hope they go away on their own, you may put yourself in danger. Even a small difficulty can easily become a real mess if you refuse to deal with it. Light, things aren't nearly as bad as you fear, so don't exaggerate them. Dark, pain and fear are helpful tools that alert you when something's wrong, so don't ignore them. Yes, yes, my dear. This is your intuition telling you that something's wrong. And I do feel like it has to do with a person, and I do feel that they're lying to you or they're trying to manipulate you. And I don't know why you have, that's awesome, Deirdre. Lotus, I know. I don't know why you always have so many people around you. I guess like a lot of us that kind of see you as like this mark, like that they can easily take advantage of you and they take that for granted. But the universe in the past few weeks, at least, has been telling you like you need to fight back. Okay. You need to fight back and you need to start following your intuition. This is a test. And I think it has been for a long time, a test of how well you can listen to your instincts and intuition and follow through on the prompts that it's giving you. So to literally call BS on someone while they're in the middle of telling you their BS, you don't have to have proof. The universe and your team want you to understand that your proof is in here, not in your heart, not in your mind, not in your gut, in here, in your energy. Okay. So it's kind of like one of the messages that I had for Bat Mom. It's like, or Miss Cindy, probably I think both of them. It's like, stop going along to get along because something feels comfortable. It's easier not to say anything. Now is not the time to take the easy road. You have to kind of face reality and understand that this might be another person that you can't trust. But that's okay. The universe is teaching you lessons through this, right? And eventually you'll be surrounded by people, only by people you trust, and you will never again be marked for manipulation. You'll never again be the target of this type of thing because by then you'll be so strong in your intuition, nobody's even going to want to get close. But Miss Jules, whatever this is, whoever this is, don't sit in your comfort right now. Now it's time to step out of your comfort zone and just approach the situation. And approach it for what it is. Don't let anyone try to put rose-colored glasses on you. Guys, my tooth is making my lisp much worse. I do apologize. So Mike Roberts, I've been thinking a lot about him. I have 3 different phone numbers for him. Because he changes numbers a lot, and I haven't received anything back from any of them.
Yeah, well, they better have enjoyed it after you cooking for 3 days, woman.
Nice, Miss Jules. Miss Jules says, I just told somebody I know today who was trying to take advantage of my kindness. Wow, Deadball's accurate, baby. Yeah, I'm glad. I think we all need to start speaking up. And, when I do it, I just say things very matter-of-factly, not sarcastically and not under my breath as I'm walking away. Just matter-of-factly. Oh, really? You don't like drama? I never would have, maybe it's a little sarcastic. I never would have known that because the last 27 times I went to your house, it ended with the cops there in a fight. And it all revolved around you. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, we're no longer accepting other people's stories that they wanted. If they want to tell themselves that, that's fine. But we are not to be feeding into their delusions. Yeah, Blue, I was thinking about that for you. I couldn't remember exactly when that happened, but I know it was coming up. So, you have a whole community here that's behind you. So I got a message the other day, 4 nights ago at around 10 o'clock at night. It was a heart, a red heart. So I go to bed at 7 with my son, and I'm usually asleep by 8 now. Like, I don't even care. I'm up at like 6:15, 6:30. I don't nap. So, all right. When I woke up and saw it, I messaged back. I said, "Who is this?" And this is why I'm getting the bat phone. The person messages back, "I don't know. Who's this?" And I was like, "Well, you texted me." And they're like, "Did I text you? That must have been an accident. Like, I'm so sorry." I was like, "Oh, it's okay. Like, stuff happens. No big deal. Like, whatever." Then they messaged me back. They're like, "I don't know who you are, but whoever you are, I think you need to hear this. You're awesome. You need to stay strong and positive. You're going to get through this, whatever. Have a blessed Thanksgiving." I was like, "Wow, thank you so much. Right back at you. Go in grace, be blessed, and have a nice life." The very next morning, I get a message going, "I'm really sorry. I'm not going to bother you again. I'm sorry to take up your time, but this is Gemma, right?" Was I wrong to, like I said to the person, I said, "Okay, now this is getting weird because you completely and totally lied to me and said you didn't text me, you didn't know you texted me, and you didn't know who I was." I said, "And I don't mean to be unkind, but it's creepy. So can you please tell me who you are so that I don't have to walk around feeling weird now?" No response. "What's up, forest friend?" Oh, 11 babies under 5. Baby Palooza. Loving every minute of it. Who's next?
Blue Crossroads.
All right, let's use Oracle of the Universe. Guys, if you paid me for a reading, I'm doing those this week. I have 3 left. Well, 4 left, actually. 2 of you guys, and then someone else. I have to find the name in my email. Commissioned me to read for 2 people that I didn't write in my schedule, and then I ended up forgetting. So I've got to do those 2 this week. Yeah, it was weird, and I could tell the person was really nice and they had good energy, but you don't do that. Why didn't they just say from the beginning, "What's up, Gemma? This is so and so. Is this still your number?" No big deal. Like, I obviously gave them my number if they have it, right? But I got a new phone, so I don't have
not
everyone's number.
Transfer.
Right. Not everything went through. The cartoon version? What? No, no. This was definitely from a whole separate number, from a whole different area code. And you're saved in my phone. So anything that comes from you, you say those types of things to me. A lot of you guys do. And it felt great, to have a random stranger just say that. It was really cool. And I thought, wow, the world does have kind people. But no, it was a creep. And if you're out there and you're listening, what you did was very creepy, but please feel free to let me know who you are. I know I must have given you my number for you to have it. So it would be a lot less weird if you would just say, "Hey, it's so-and-so. Remember me?" I know you're shy. I could tell by your energy, but what you did made me feel very uncomfortable if you're listening. Okay. Blue Crossroads, you got the blue snowball, the card of patience, card number 40. It is a nebula. So that's why, like I said, I'm getting the bat phone. Wait and see, as you're not seeing the full picture. Blue Crossroads, develop patience. It will take time to develop mastery. Patience enables you to make better decisions with more information. Go deeper. Some things worth having take time. Our own sun will one day look something like the blue snowball as it sheds its layers and burns itself out. We shouldn't worry, though. That will probably take another 5 billion years, which is a long, long time to have to wait. In our fast-moving world, patience is becoming a lost art. Everyone wants everything instantly, now, yesterday. Delayed gratification isn't something that we value. When I tell folks how long it takes from me having the idea to writing to design to publication of my work, and for it to end up on a shelf in a bookstore, often years, some can't believe it. Why would you do what you do when it's such a long process? But sometimes good things, big things, take time to form and develop. Many cultures that have snow as an element in their environment have stories about the slow forming of snow and the various kinds of snow. Snowflakes are small and fragile, yet if you wait long enough, each flake becomes part of a whole that can be heavy, powerful, and strong. Think of a snowball made of thousands of individual snowflakes, light and weightless. Yet place pressure on them and form them into a ball, and you have something radically different. The blue snowball is a planetary nebula, meaning it is ejecting ionized gases in a late stage of its lifespan. It's a beautiful and colorful nebula and what astronomers call a red dwarf. Words of power, I'm patient and can see my goals through to the end. Yeah, this is definitely, I mean, you get cards like this a lot, Blue Crossroads, where it's like, have patience. And I think that you're a fairly patient guy. I think you're a very patient guy. I do feel and this is cheating a little bit because I'm going on like your personal, all of your readings in here, cards that I've pulled for Libra Suns. It's kind of like 255 or 25. It's kind of like you're becoming impatient. And I don't think it's just in one area of your life. I just feel like you've decided to start this new chapter, to go full forward, to take these leaps of faith, to take these risks. You're doing it. And it's like you want everything to fall into place immediately. Like you just want to live this life already. You want to get over the process. Are you serious? All right. Let me finish his reading first. Just to like you want the process to be over with. You want to be from point A to point B. I do feel like this might be where that weird situation I told you is coming in, where like you're doing things that are very out of character in order to try to speed up a situation to get it to move faster, when in reality, it's either going to slow it down or it's going to halt it altogether. So just take a good look at your actions, your behaviors. Make sure you're not doing anything that you otherwise wouldn't do, or that, you're going to look back on and be like, crap, I really regret doing that. I don't know what this could be about, but it keeps coming up. So I know you're a person of integrity and, like you're just a good person. So I don't know why something like this is popping in, but I will tell you that it is there. So if you haven't done something that you're going to regret, or you think you're going to regret, be mindful of your actions, of being like lured into like the dark side for a day or two. And then you're like, oh crap, what did I do? And you don't know how to get out of it. Just be mindful of that going forward. I gotta check that out. No way. Give me a sec, guys.
It's back down to 15 now. I don't know why it did that.
That's so crazy. Do you know how cool that would have been?
Yeah, it would have been. Now, it's not to say that it may not show back up when the stream is over.
Yeah.
We'll have to wait and see.
6-point socket on them. That's pretty unnerving. Yeah, it was. And the person seemed like a little bit too sweet. You know what I mean? Like I knew from the beginning it was someone who knew me, just by their like weird reaction of like, oh, did I text you? Because normally it would be like, I didn't text you. What are you talking about? But you can tell you texted me because it's in your phone, right? Did you send me a heart and then immediately delete it? No, you can see that my number is there. So it's probably someone I haven't spoken to in a really long time, or someone who's never texted me before that I told, hey, reach out if you need anything. There are some people I had to cut off and stop talking to them because they were trying to hustle me for money, or they were trying to get me to crowdsource for them, and I had to block them. But those blocks did not continue over to the Galaxy when I got it. So maybe it's someone like that person that came in that's like, oh, hey, Gemma, you completely blew me off. Haven't heard anything from you. And I was like, listen, I don't know who you are, but if I blew you off, you were trying to get money from me. And then they left and never came back. So, because I usually don't treat people that way, All right, who's next?
Raymond.
I need more Magic Mind, but I'm still only drinking one. I was drinking one small can a day with the Magic Mind. Now I'm drinking a large can and a small can, but I was drinking 3 large cans. So, okay. Raymond's, we're going to use Anne Stokes Gothic.
Sunny.
This is the deck, Netter. Sunny Bear.
What's up, Sunny? I had fun the other night.
I'm so glad you two are friends. I know. New England already. Seriously. That happens to you too? Oh, that's what happened on Facebook, guys. So you know, I used to have a review on tags. So if someone tags me, I had to go in and approve it first. So it wouldn't just pop up on my wall. But after a while, I couldn't find where those tags go. I couldn't find them to approve them. So I just let them go because I knew that Arisha at the time with my merchandise was tagging me in a lot of stuff. So if you guys tag me in something, don't think I deleted it. I have to approve it because somebody wrote something really disgusting on my wall that I was so embarrassed. It was just horrific. Good thing I caught it within like 3 minutes, which never happens because I don't look at my wall. I post stuff and move on. Like I very rarely will go back and read comments. This was really bad. Mark alerted me to it, but I had already seen it, which was good. Yes, I ate turkey. Guess for tonight's show. Yeah, we don't end until like 10:30 or 11, and then I have RJ. That's the main reason there's like always something going on with me on Fridays. I would love to come on and hang out, but now I'm on like this daytime schedule now because the baby's in kindergarten. All right, so Raymond, you got the Raven. I'm trying to get guests to come on Afternoon Talk. And Miss Lara, just know you can always bring a guest on. Just let me know who it is first. Nuts up! Anyone want to hang out with Sunny Bear on his stream tonight? What time is it?
I may show up if you stream.
Oh. All right, Raymond, you got shape-shifting. With a raven on her wrist, this young woman with her jet black hair and midnight blue dress seems to be in the process of transforming. With wings sprouting from her back and feathers spreading across her cheeks like a mask, she begins to take on the identity of her familiar. I'm wondering, Netter, if I pulled a tarot card for you. Because tarot cards are very Knights Templar. I'm not sure what this one's called, but I call it my fairy princess wig. Shapeshifting is the ability to physically transform and can be found in mythology and folklore. From the Greek gods such as Zeus, who changed his identity to a swan to seduce Leda, to the Celtic tales of Cerwydn and Gwion. Gwion escaped Cerwydn's clutches by transforming into a hare. There are many fantastical stories of gods and goddesses altering their appearance. There are times when we all shapeshift in daily life, such as when we put on a brave face or mask disappointment. We might do this to protect our own emotions or other people's, but there are times when imitation can be of even greater use. Sunny, I do miss you, though. This is Raymond. If you have drawn this card, it might be time to shapeshift. If you're hoping to secure that high-profile job, then you might need to dress or sound the part. If you want to invite love and kindness into your life, then displaying those qualities could help compassion find you. The woman in this card is manifesting qualities inherent within her that will assist her journey. How can you embrace yours? Raymond, this is a great card. Hi, Guardian Jackpot. Where are you going to? So a lot of people will, and I always preface it when I say this with this. So a lot of people tell me I shouldn't say this because it's inauthentic. But let me tell you something. It's not inauthentic to me because it's how I became Gemma Jade. I faked it till I made it. I started incorporating things like kindness and patience and love and accepting my abilities and working to help people with them into my real life. And guess what? Now, Gemma and personal me have become one person for the most part. But I had to act the part, right? I was a tough little street witch, would it be, when I came into this. I had no intention of helping anyone but myself. I just needed to vent. I needed people to listen to me. And I still do that, but I found a way to do it so I can incorporate who I really feel like I was in my soul, which was a light worker, a light being who needed to give back for all the misery I caused, for all the unkindnesses and injustices I have done. Raymond, I feel like what this card is saying, maybe it's not that extreme in your case, and maybe it is, but there's something you want or that you want to be. So there could be like, maybe, and I'm not saying you have an anger issue, I'm just using that as an example. So say like you have an anger issue and you look around at like your friends and you see their relationships and you see how kind and loving they are, and like they don't get angry the way that you do, right? Again, just an example, honey. I don't think you're an angry person. So you start every time you're about to snap, taking a deep breath and walking away. And then it becomes a part of you. It becomes a habit. You are no longer that angry person. Now you've incorporated the values you saw in your friends that you liked so much and wanted for yourself into your life. That is now who you are. You are now cool, calm, collected Raymond. Do you know what I'm saying? So if there's something you want, something you're after, you have to kind of dress the part first. Fake it till you make it is not inauthentic to me. And I don't care how many people tell me it is. I know from experience. It builds character. It helps us to more easily manifest, right? There's definitely something here that you're looking at others, even if it's like on TV, and you're like, I want that. I want that so much. All you have to do is pretend, act as if you have it. Okay. And if it's something like you can't physically act out in your daily life, write in a journal. Like, you want to be a famous actor. So you can't walk around pretending to be an actor around your friends and family who know you and know that you're not. So write in a journal about the audition you went on today. Write in your journal about the part you got, the role you play, the movie you're in. Every little single detail as though it's happening right now in real time. To really get the most out of this fake it till you make it, do both. Act it out physically, write it down mentally.
Sorry, I didn't get to eat before.
Well, I did nut slap in a way. It's not that it wasn't always a part of me, but when you are constantly, first of all, when you're addicted and you're by yourself and the only person you have is you learn really quickly, especially when you're a woman, and you have the personality and issues. I used to call them issues. I'd say abilities now. That I learned very quickly that my kindness was to be seen as weakness, and I could not have that because I would have been unalived. Like literally, I would have been. So I had to like build up this wall of like just heartlessness. So when I first started really communing with my guides and understanding my abilities and working with them, I realized I had that inside of me the whole time. It's just that I had built a brick wall around it because it was a protection mechanism. Oh, you'll be around by then because we end at 10:30.
Yeah, I'll be there.
Yeah, we end like 10:30, 11-ish. So if you want, you should be able to do it if you want to.
Yeah, I usually eat, and then if I don't pass out. But if I don't get distracted by other things, yeah, I'll be there. I should be there tonight. Everybody's crashing early, so Giles is gone. So, your next person is New England.
I don't like when I see people just stopped on my street. Like there's nobody here. There's nobody here.
They're still out there?
Yeah. It could be the Temu guy delivering that bright, very light peachy orange wig.
Oh, okay.
And a couple sets of nails. Netter, we're going to do Magic of You.
But yeah, I should be there, Sonny. I'll see you then. About 9 o'clock.
I think that's exactly who it is, actually.
I hope it's not some guy I know that's delivering chocolate strawberries.
That's how I hurt my tooth.
Aww.
I just have to remember to cut them. What do I want for Christmas? I've been telling everybody, like, seriously, if they're asking me to look at my wish list, there's decks galore there. But honestly, like, I like giving gifts. So, and I mean that, like, I really do. I give them all year long.
Me? Anything dragon. I'm easy.
Anything dragons, right?
Yeah, I'm easy.
All right, Netter, you got flashover. Card number 11. It's all in your head.
I could use a new G.I. Joe.
You're welcome. Acceptance, hard for it, but then I start loving myself and know I'm happy, but I still like helping others. Yes, it's that you have to find the right people to help, right? It's not that one person's more deserving of help than anyone else, but some people are more deserving of your help than others, right? I don't go back into the hood and help the people that beat me up, dragged me into an alley, and robbed me several times, right? I don't do that. Now, if I saw them like around my neighborhood and they were hurting, I'd probably still help them, but I'd be very cautious. You want to help people who are helping themselves, because otherwise I feel like the help is kind of, it's not wasted on like a soul level, but as a human being, we kind of like to see that when we help, it's not for nothing. I don't know. It's really hard balancing your spirit with your humanity, right? Because it's hard putting the soul first. It's very hard remembering it's not about me, it's about my soul ascension. Because while we're here, we want to be happy, but our soul doesn't care about happiness. Our soul cares about learning and ascension. And Earth is the school of hard knocks. Netter, you are overthinking things. Friction and resistance in the circuits of your brain have now confused you into thinking the pain and tension is in the world around you when really it's in your head. The good news is that at the same time, all it takes is a spark of trust to short circuit resistance built up from the friction with the world. When flashover appears, it's time to close your eyes, take a deep breath, and recognize that the only thing standing in your way is you. I've been telling you this for months. The light of a busy mind can be beautiful, but in order to reveal its best achievements, times of darkness and rest are essential. After all, you can only see the stars when it's dark. Let go of your worries and fears for a while without reservation, and let the world balance itself out around you. The girl of flashover is wary, but realizes that she can't continue this way. The growing, plump leaves around her cushion and comfort her as she slowly releases her mental grasp and relaxes her mind towards clear thought and profound insight. I feel kind of like this is almost like what we were talking about, right? Nutslap, what do you want for Christmas? Where it's like, when is enough like before we finally step outside of ourselves and say, hey, I need something different. So maybe it's me a little bit, but maybe it's like the people I'm surrounding myself with or not. There is a woman in your midst. She's in your orbit and she's been there for months. I don't think you're aware of her. I don't think she's aware of you. I don't believe it's someone you met. You may have met her in passing, maybe, but you say you don't meet people in passing, so maybe not. I don't know if you like to go out to dinner, take yourself out to dinner. If you can have a drink or two and be good with that, go and have a drink or two. Go to a karaoke bar just to sit there and have the fun. Like, there has to be something that you enjoy doing. Go bowling that you can bring yourself out to do, because you are going to meet this simpatico person that is going to open your world up to all these new things and thoughts and ideas and take your mind off the toxicity around you, which will help dissolve it back into the universe and blow it somewhere else for a change. But you have to actively take risks and chances and get out there and start meeting people, Netter. Nobody is going to come to you. It's very rare someone will like knock on your door and be broken down the street, and then you fall in love and have this love affair. And love may not even be what you're looking for, but it's circling you. And this person is incredibly important to your journey while you're here. And it's not just love. It's not just this. With people who aren't toxic, who aren't negative, who don't make you feel weird or uncomfortable. Even if you feel that way at first, you'll start to realize that that's inside of you. That's your thoughts of what you've trained yourself to think of yourself and your relationships with other people.
Sorry about that. I kind of went fluky there for a minute. Mark is next. Mr. Halstead.
All right, Mr. Halstead. Let's do shadows and light. But that's the thing, Mom, we can never waste all our love. I think sometimes we just need it recharged. And that's why I always say, like, we have to have someone to help us recharge. Do you know what I'm saying? Sometimes we can't do it ourselves because we have given everything away. Yeah, well, that's what I mean. You have to get out there to meet people. You're not going to meet people sitting in your house. And I know you ride your bike and stuff. I'm not indicting you. I'm just, relaying the message that I know that there is, I've seen her many times, but she's way out in your orbit, like right beyond your energy, which means beyond your awareness, which means you haven't met her yet. But she's there, but she's not going to come knocking on your door. She might, but I highly doubt it. All right, Sir Mark. Mark, you have a personal coming this week as well. I didn't forget you. So my son is finally, after weeks and weeks of half days, off days, no days, like going back to a regular 5-week full day school schedule. So Roger Blair, I don't either. Oh, I know. But, sometimes you have to branch out there. You could just tell her, about us and stay friends. Yeah, I want to see all you guys do that. I want to see all you guys love yourselves like that. I never want you guys to leave this stream, at least this stream or one of my videos, or leave a conversation with me feeling worse or bad about yourself. Yeah, it does, right? I'm getting my Christmas one soon. Oh, look at that. Perfect.
Just like when thing over my head last week. Or was it?
Yes, Paranormal Pixie. It could be as simple as meeting them at the library, but yes, if you don't go, you won't find them. Forest Friend says, me neither. Homebody. That's me. I think we're all homebodies. I think more so than usual lately because of the state of the world. It doesn't matter where you live in the world. It's chaos. I know a lot of people don't believe this, but I'm telling you from the bottom of my heart, it's true. It is demonic. There are demons, demonic activity everywhere. They are overtaking everything because of centuries and centuries and centuries of portals inaccurately closed, purposefully opened and left, reactivated, Ouija boards, seances, all by the untrained. And I know it seems so simple and so silly, but it's really, really not. And now chaos is being wrought throughout the world. Yes. I like it. Okay. Mark, you got Angel of Time. Working too hard. The Angel of Time looks very fierce and stern, and that's because you need to hear her message. You see, if she appeared to you in a soft guise, it would be too easy for you to overlook her message and just continue on as if she had never visited. The truth is, you're forcing yourself beyond your energetic limits at this time, working too hard, self-loving, and connecting with the universe. Yeah, way too little. So she has appeared to remind you of what it is you are turning your world into, a big machine where you are but merely a cog in it. You're important, soulful, beloved being, but the world of work is not going to end if you step away from its mechanism for a little while. It's time, she says, for a time out. Will you listen? So even if, I love it, UFO sombrero, even if this isn't about like actually going to a job and working, you're putting too much out, not receiving enough in. The Angel of Time speaks. I'm getting straight to the point here because someone really has to tell you. Stop giving so much to your work, all your time, your energy, your passion. Take better care of your health. This is time to fulfill all those promises you've made to yourself, but barely made even the effort to keep. Meditate, eat well, take up gentle exercise, and change unhealthy emotional patterns that are compromising your well-being. These are the challenges you need to set yourself. Gaze into a candle's flame, write down one true thing you love about all of your friends, and pay close attention to all the messages your body is sending you. Then make the changes you know it needs. I thank you in advance for a happy you makes this world a far better place. Time for a break from mechanical, technical work. Please take breaks from electronic devices like computers, cell phones, even iPods, clocks, watches. It's time to simply rest in nature's embrace. Swim in the ocean, float in the lake, walk in the forest, meditate in a cave, camping, hiking, gardening. They would be the most beneficial at this time. It's time to unwind the tightly coiled springs and detach from the mechanics of the deadlines and immerse yourself in nature's time and truth. The Angel of Time tells you to do this and to do it now. Deirdre, that's exactly right. So this can't be about actual physical work. I do feel like you're spending too much time on your computer. I think all of the electronic devices around you, whatever they may be, I'm seeing something out of the realm. Like, I'm not seeing cell phone, clock, watch, computer. I mean, I am seeing those things, but I'm seeing other things too. And I'm hearing beeping. I don't know if you have like an alarm clock. I don't know. It's weird. All of these things are messing with your energy. And I know you're doing so much better physically. I just feel like this message, what it's actually saying is, just because you're feeling so good right now, don't overdo it. And that is the message your team is bringing in for you. Like, do not overdo it. True. I think we all are. So many of us are. I feel like because you're feeling so good, you could be like, I got this. I can do this. I can do this. I can do this. And then you do too much and you're right back where you were, not being able to go and spend time with family for years. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to take it slow and steady. So don't let anyone try to convince you that it's time to get up and start running when really, you're just learning to walk. Do you know what I'm saying? I also see some pressure being put on you in some area of your life through an electronic device. So someone texting you, somebody calling you, someone messaging you through a computer. So not really sure. I really do have to run to the bathroom, guys. I'm sorry, but I will be right back.
Shh. She's gone. Now, what's up, everybody? I'll be here tomorrow night, midnight. Gemma's replay. I'm trying to decide what to do, which one I want to show tomorrow. Since we used all of our listener encounters, unless somebody else has a good idea, I'm always up for ideas. I love the forest. The forest doesn't scare. The woods don't scare. I'm quite at home with the critters and things that go bump. Now, I know you're here, Nicole. At least I don't have my witch's hat. I don't know if it's seriously dangerous, but it is for a female. But it's crazy out there. I would say almost seriously, it's dangerous. It is. You just got to be careful. Be aware of your surroundings. Stay in touch. When I walk into a room, no matter where I go, the first thing I do is I scan the entire room. That's what I do anyways. I just talk. We can just talk. But yeah, I'll probably show a video. That's why it's called Gemma's Replay. I will show a video. I just try to figure out which a good one. I try to go back because the old ones are fun to watch. And then she goes and rewatches my stream and looks at that video and goes, no. My eyebrows don't look right. The camera's at a tilt. I'm off to the left too much. I'd rambled too long. No, that's why I'm watching. I'm trying to keep everybody's chatting here. Yeah, you don't. Yeah, there's things you can do, but I always scan every place I go. That's the first thing I do is scan the room. I know where everybody's standing. I pay attention to time everybody moves. I know where they're at. If you think you need a gun, someplace you're allowed to carry one. I'm not a gun guy myself. I figure if I'm going to go, I'm going to take them with them. They're going with me one way or the other. They better get me right between the eyes and knock me down fast, because if I keep coming, it's not going to be pretty. But other than that, I worry more about other people. I don't worry about myself. When I'm scanning rooms, I'm not really scanning it for myself. I'm scanning it for everybody else. I'm just saying. Walmart, I'm hiring everyone. Yeah, Walmart is an interesting place. Now, actually, the Walmarts here are not that bad. There's a couple locations I don't like going to, but see, we have Myers here too. So I prefer Myers over Walmart. They're cleaner. The prices are pretty much the same.
Oh, okay. Who's next?
Roger Blair is next. So Roger, you're up, bud. Slow motion.
Hey, Slow Mo.
Shouldn't have to wait too long. We're moving pretty good. If we start slowing down, I'll let you in a little sooner.
Sacred Forest.
We see you, Roger.
Toadstools, card of growth. Good, Mark. Just, go at your own pace. Don't let anyone try to force you or pressure you or tell you that you're feeling better than you are. You know your limits, so don't be afraid to speak up for yourself. Card number 44. Things that have been incubating beneath the surface are going to be coming to fruition. Get clear on your goals and dreams because rapid growth is ahead. Be ready. For these projects to come to fruition, you must be starkly honest about what you want. Ask yourself, is this what I really want? Believe in miracles. Also, in the time ahead, you might discover a spiritual guru or step into a new spiritual path. You might find that you are providing expansive spiritual growth for others simply by being who you are. Make sure that your foundations are in place because once this growth begins, you will be in for a journey of a lifetime. Fungi are ancient and were the first organisms to leave the water and initiate life on Earth 1.3 billion years ago. In the forest, their interconnected filament-like roots provide protein-rich food and life for the entire forest. This seemingly humble ancestor to the toadstool is so essential that none of our native conifers could survive without the life-giving qualities of their roots. Their ability to grow and survive throughout all time speaks of your ability to grow and thrive, no matter what life brings. Beneath the surface of your life, miraculous changes are occurring. Something that you thought was ordinary is in fact remarkable. Roger, you are in a time of rapid spiritual and material growth. Get ready and hang on for the ride. This is major glow up energy. Yeah, this is a really beautiful deck. What's up, Dogman? Okay, so Roger, this is something I feel like you put aside a while ago. Either some unaccomplished dream, some idea of I feel like it's something that people told you was not achievable, not doable, not accomplishable. I do feel like you kind of know what this is. You may still be working towards whatever this is. So whether it's some project you're working on, a business you're opening, something you're doing at work, this is major glow up energy. This is you somehow receiving more money, either learning more expertise or being more recognized somewhere. I feel like you're going to have several I told you so opportunities. When I first told people I was starting YouTube, everyone told me it was stupid. Everyone told me it was wasting my time. Everyone told me that people were going to try to scam me for money. And they told me it was ridiculous and a waste of my time. But I continued slowly and steadily at it. I've been at it for 3.5 years. I have 3,000 subscribers, which isn't really a lot, but to me, that's tremendous. That's a tremendous amount of people. If you really think about how many people 3,000 is, that's a lot. And I've gained respect in my community on here. And I feel like that is what you're getting at, whether you realize it or not. There's something bubbling below the surface here. If you give up on a dream, if you decide to stop working towards something, don't do it in the next 2 weeks, because I'm telling you, you will regret it. It's going to be like, oh my God, now I get this amazing opportunity and I already sold that idea. Do you know what I'm saying? Don't sell out, don't give up, and do not listen to other people who are telling you things are not possible, because they definitely are. Are we going to get Lotus in?
I got her in. Don't worry about it. I got it covered, woman. Just relax.
I know. I didn't realize how wiggy this wig was. I wouldn't have worn it.
Wiggy. I still have that song in my head. Feel good. Feel good. I still have that song I was listening to earlier in my head.
What's up, Madison?
Okay, next is Nicole. Nicole.
Let's use energy and spirit. You're welcome, Roger.
Roger.
Catching them cats. I don't know how you do it.
She's got this big net. Nah, she wouldn't do that. No. The hubby goes out there and goes, free hugs, and they all come running.
All right, Nicole, so you got Divine Presence, card number 44 in the reverse position, the force of love and creation. This card reversed indicates a difficult time when you feel shaky in the present and unsure about the future. Feelings of isolation and maybe even loneliness are haunting you, yet you're unsure of how to connect with others. You may be in such an emotional fog that you want to stay disconnected. These feelings of darkness and self-doubt can be alleviated by reuniting with your source and with your higher self. Don't ignore this calling. It's one of the major life lessons that you'll see the divine within you and all around you. Meditate on this powerful connection and make it a conscious practice to open to the special relationship. Soon the shadows in your life will lift, revealing a brilliant light to illuminate a future suffused with meaning, love, and joy. Affirmation: I am one with the loving presence of the divine. I align my life with the pure light of abundant creation. So, Nicole, this is like going through so much trauma and drama. Yeah, reversed in the shadow. That doesn't always mean bad. It's a little bit different than tarot, where it also doesn't always mean the opposite either of the upright. It's like a completely different message. Sometimes it's a lower vibrational message like this one. It's saying you have to reconnect. If it was this way, it'd be like there's such a divine presence. You're doing A, B, and C, but because it's in the reversed, it's like you've been through so much trauma, have had so much drama. Just it's like you're pulling away. You're pulling your energy away from everything and everyone and possibly shutting down. And if this isn't already happening, please be aware of it in the next couple of weeks, okay? Reconnect with your higher self, with your spirit guides, with your angels, if that's what you believe in, okay? If you're a person who believes in religion and you pray, do that and do it a lot. Do it in the morning, afternoon, and night. If you don't pray, that's fine. Speak out loud to your guides, to your team, okay? And let them know that you need divine assistance, that you feel, broken or like giving up or like you just can't deal with people anymore or you don't know where to go. Like you have to let all of this out and you have to do it verbally, whether through prayer or through meditation to source. So meditation, like I cannot sit there and quiet my mind. I'm not there yet. I'm only up to like 5 or 6 minutes. I can't do it. But I normally use guided meditations that I find right on YouTube to connect me with source and my guides when I'm too low on the vibrational scale to be able to call them in myself. Because remember, guys, I'm just coming into my abilities. Sometimes it's hard for me too. Not seeing spirit, but my spirit guides, my team, sometimes I do have a hard time with them because I'm so emotionally low that we cannot connect. So what I would suggest, and I can send you some if you want. I think I have your phone number, but you'll have to remind me to like guided meditations. And if you don't have time for even like a 12-minute guided meditation, I have some that you can do while you're sleeping, girl. I also have subconscious thoughts meditations where like you put them on in the background and just like cook, clean, do whatever you need to do. And your subconscious will take in the information. Okay. So we'll see what we can do, but definitely you need to reconnect. This is your guide, your team reaching out to you and being like, girl, we are disconnecting. You're vibrating way too low and you're ready to make some terrible mistakes because of it. You have to invite them in though. They're not going to get involved without an invitation. Thank you, Miss Pixie. Yes. Guided meditation is just as helpful, even short ones. Sometimes I only have time. Like I do yoga in 20-minute increments 2 to 3 times a day. I was doing it 4, but it was getting to be too much because I do super intense yoga. So I do it 2 to 3 times a day, but I do it silently with just my instructor telling me what to do. And I turn off all background noise. Then I'll do 7 to 12 minutes with that singing bowl app that I told you guys about. It's $17.99 for a lifetime. Then if I don't have time for anything else, which normally I don't, when I go to sleep at night, I'll use a guided meditation. Is that the one I sent you?
I use it.
I was so upset they didn't have all of them. They only had 2. So that's why I didn't buy them for me.
Yeah, I use it actually. I use it right before Tai Chi. Your next one is Miss Pixie. Miss Dear Pixie.
Miss Pixie, I'm going to use the Divine Circus. Yeah, Nicole, you have to reconnect because this is when we're most susceptible to lower vibrational, negative, evil attachment, or not really attachment, but oppression, where these lower vibrational forces are like, ooh, you know, look at that low energy we can feed off of. She's already down in the dumps energetically, so let's take more. When you're vibrating high and you're bright and you're well connected, they probably aren't going to come near you because the darkness hates light. I love you guys. Stop talking about guns in the comments, please. You're going to get me demonetized. YouTube is that strict. Still looking at Rumble, still looking at X, still looking at TikTok. I just haven't had the time. And with the holidays, I probably won't. But probably after New Year, I'm going to be moving. I'm going to stay on YouTube. Obviously, it's going to be my main thing. But I do need to venture out a little bit if I want to move a little quicker up the food chain and actually make a living off YouTube. All right, Miss Pixie. Circus of Love. Flavor of Love. Do you guys remember that? Card number 35. Love has so many ways to touch your soul and heal your heart. Love is the power that moves us beyond our individual concerns or doubts, sweeping us up into a divine field of energy that feels amazing. Love wants to flow through you, to create through you, to express itself through you. You are a love child of the divine, and love is at the core of your being. Sometimes you'll feel very close to this love, swimming in it, or like it's a fountain gurgling up from inside. At other times, you'll feel as though you cannot quite remember what it is to feel loving or to be loved. Then it's time to stop looking for love in all the wrong places and turn within to find it. From the kindness, sweetness, affection, and warmth within your own heart, Lara, you will find great reserves of energy, creative confidence, and bold trust to open your heart to love, to life, to your own unfolding life journey. So don't run away from where your heart wants and needs to go. Let your mind relax. It doesn't need to understand everything or be in control of the process of falling in love with life, with a person, with yourself, with your purpose. In fact, if you're truly to fall in love, then your mind won't feel in control at all. The heart has its own wisdom and special type of feeling intelligence. It knows how to be swept away. Who's leaving? It understands the difference between unhealthy obsession, which prevents you from resolving the underlying issue of pain, and healthy, passionate, fiery devotion to that which sets your soul on fire. Love has its own wild ways, and they are brilliant and instinctive in a way the mind cannot always grasp. So trust what your heart loves, what moves your heart, what makes it beat faster, and love more. Then you'll find that all sorts of strange wonderfulness, creative chaos, and bold color emerge from within and dances around you. Your life may begin to feel like a circus, but what could be a better circus than a circus of love? If you have been struggling in matters of the heart, the circus of love indicates that a heart healing is happening, and your experience of love is about to become more vibrant, exciting, and playful, and perhaps even somewhat unconventional or unusual. It also indicates that a love affair with a person, place, or thing is about to begin or deepen. It's time to let yourself be swept off your feet and to lose your head to love. So I don't think that this is MC Paranormal Life. What's up? I don't think, Lara, obviously, that this is falling in love with a person. I think this is you falling in love with your craft, whatever it may be. And with yourself, with who you've become, with how far you've become, how much you learned, how much time and effort you put in. You're feeling yourself, girl, and that is okay. It is okay to look in the mirror and say, I am a rock star, or I am doing amazing. Look where I was last year to this year. It's all right to do that. And the people that love you and care for you, you're not going to have to tell yourself that because they're going to tell you. Most people in my family make such a big deal about me. They act like I'm this famous celebrity, like wherever we go. I wear a big puffy faux fur jacket, the big Jackie O sunglasses, my pink wig. I look like I like the part, okay? But sometimes like it makes me uncomfortable right? When my mom's like, oh, this is my daughter, the best-selling author. I'm like, oh, it's only on Amazon. Like I feel, and I shouldn't do that. And neither should you. I feel like you need more people in your life telling you how far, like how amazing it is of how far you've come. And if you don't have people like that or enough people, you need to tell yourself, because you are amazing. You have come so far. People love and adore you and they trust you. You have gained so much respect and trust in this community, which is a very hard thing to do. And you've done it in such a short time just by being yourself, by being magical and pure and honest. Don't let anyone corrupt that by bringing you into their drama and their mess. I don't know why that popped in. So maybe someone is in your orbit who's like not telling you the whole story. They're bringing you in as like a confidant. I'm seeing this weird thing happening. I don't know. They're bringing you in as like a confidant, telling you their story, but they're not telling you everything. So that's an off-card message. Do not get caught up in somebody else's story of their love, of what's going on with them. Because there's other people that have stories, and there's three sides: yours, mine, and the truth, right? So it's theirs, the other person's, and the truth. So don't make any harsh judgments against people by what you're hearing from one person until you hear it straight from the horse's mouth, or deduce with reasoning for yourself whether or not what this person's saying is true. But as far as most of this, it's time for you to realize that you are a bad witch with a B and you're a boss babe. And you got this. And I know you have people, or at least one person in your life, who's really not supportive. I don't know if they're anti what you're doing, to where they like verbally tell you, negative things, or if they just ignore your success completely. That's okay. Let them. They don't have to be aware of it. You have to be self-aware though, because you are going places, you have opportunities coming in. But if you're not self-aware, you're not going to be aware of what's going on around you. And that includes the opportunities. I got to click. I can't click off. I have to blow my nose. I hate being stuffy.
Stuffy.
Oh, you're so welcome, sweetie. It's your team. It's just the truth, Smoochie, you resonate with that one? Who's next?
Lotus.
Oh, Miss Girl.
The cat catcher with 27 cats all in the house at once now.
How many?
27.
Oh, my. I love you too, Miss Pixie. Very, very much.
That's an instant.
I'm finally able to send out the check to Steven this week. So I've been a little lagging on it, but I've been sick, and it's been a busy week with busy 3 weeks with my son's school schedule. But I finally got the whole box packed. I got some gifts in there, or some spray, because I know you needed more. Oh, thank you, Raymond. Yeah, a lot of it's costume, but all of it is real crystal. I never wear fake crystal jewelry, but like this was supposed to be a bronze, like brown sparkle with an agate stone, and it ended up being that like really goldy kind of gold sparkle, which kind of made me upset. But thank you. This is one of my favorites. All right, Miss Lotus. We have a few cat ladies in here, but I say cat lady as like I love it. Like it's a positive for me. If you get along with cats, you're my people. Cats just do things differently. Okay, so we're on a touchy subject, but nobody need be triggered. It's just a card. So Lotus, you pulled the card of religion, and it's probably not even about religion. So chill out, everybody. And that's mainly for the people listening afterwards. Card number 37. Possum lady. I've been collecting little possum stuff and little Squatch stuff for you to give you your Yule box.
Oh, Dad had this gnome in his hand today, and then he put it down. He was like this big. I mean, he was huge. He was probably 2 feet tall, had metal legs, and it bobbled. And it had Christmas decoration on. Dad looks at the price and goes, "It's even on sale." I go, "Dad, put it down now. I don't want it running around the house."
I'm going on the 1st or the 2nd to buy all new Christmas decorations. I'm going to let RJ help me pick them out. And I think we're going to do our tree tomorrow. I'm waiting for my gnome ornaments to come in. And my aunt gave me a bunch of gnome Christmas stuff. But we're going to do the tree, and then we'll just add the gnome ornaments afterwards. All right, Miss Lotus Girl, interesting. Give me 1 second. I want to see the preface to what Lara just said. Lara, to make a living off what? Lara said, I know some would think it's selfish to want to earn a living from it, but it would let me be able to travel and follow my paranormal passion. Number one, what do I always say, girl? Those who mind don't matter. Those who matter don't mind. If somebody really loves you, they're going to love you unconditionally. And they're going to see your happiness and your light shining when you're in your zone and doing what you're doing. And they're going to want more of that for you. If they want less of it for you, or none at all, they are being selfish. I know a lot of people will twist it and say you're being selfish because you're following your passion and you're following your dreams and not paying attention to the people who love you, who don't want you to follow your dreams, fulfill your dreams and follow your passion. Does that make sense? No, it doesn't. People told me I was selfish for charging for readings. Meanwhile, I'm charging $20 and I was charging $40 and others are charging $350.
And even double that for a FaceTime.
Yeah. So, because my beloved dead, the 4, have not come to physically visit me yet, I have to go to a medium and get a psychic medium reading. I had to pay, I believe it's $150 for an hour. But I have to do it because I have to know why they're not coming to me. And this lady nailed it. I mean, she read for my sister at Para-Unity. So if she's good, I'm going to recommend her to y'all because I don't do those. I'm not ready for those kinds of readings yet. It takes too much out of me with everything else that I have going on. Lotus Girl, sorry about that. Yeah, and being happy and following your passion isn't selfish either. You've got what it takes. You've proven that here on my tiny little channel. Everyone loves you. When you didn't stream for a few weeks, people thought that I fired you. I'm like, number one, she doesn't work for me. She's helping me earn money for my channel. Number two, it's not that. We're just all very busy. We're all kind of coming in and out of being sick, but people were upset and you've earned that. You've earned that fan base. You've earned that trust and that respect. Well, people say it's a gift and you shouldn't charge for a gift. But when I was doing it for a donation only, I was doing 120, no lie, guys, 120 readings a month. And I was making a total of maybe $150. And that was coming off of 3 donations. And that's not a lie. Mama Cindy, I can give myself a reading, but I can't. Grief builds a wall. And because I'm only 3.5, 4 years into working with my abilities and really understanding them, I'm in training too. So that lip gloss just made my lips all weird. So I have 4 people in my life that I was extremely close to who have passed away. It's the only deaths I've ever mourned or grieved in the past 2 years. All 4 of them died. And none of them have come to physically visit me. I hear them, I feel them, I sense them, I talk with them through divination, but they have not appeared physically. And I need to know why. I can see everyone else's and randos, but I cannot see the people that I'm trying so hard to. And I know it's because of my grief, but they will speak to me through another medium. So yeah, laugh it up. I can't read myself. Miss Pixie, I would love that. I know we've talked about that before, but my life has been so incredibly crazy. I really would love that. All right, Lotus, I'm so sorry for making you wait. The vampires speak. Religion has been through so much with you humans. We have watched it change moment to moment, it would seem. Don't start getting into a religious debate in the comments, please, guys. Every 1,000 years or so, your gods have changed, your faiths have changed, and people everywhere have died again and again for the rightness of all you say is right and true. We watch and wonder, for we too have this within us. The world in which we lived as humans has stamped us, marked us, and even now we find ourselves moved at the sight of the cross or drawn to a cathedral where countless pilgrims have worshipped. For you have made vows not only in this life as one of the many born, you are unlike us. You can recall the lives of long ago, and at times there are vows and structures you have carried with you from life to life. The tattered remnants of belief and the sharp knives of punishment follow you lifetime after lifetime. And all the while you say, I'm not religious, I'm spiritual. But you are religious. There is much about you that is nun, monk, apostle, pilgrim, abbot, priest, shaman. You are and have been so much, so many things, and religion has been drunk in at your mother's breasts and formed so much of who you are. Become aware, we say, of this. No longer deny this, we ask, for you, unlike us, will be born again and again. And when you understand that it is this framework of understanding that the world has given to you and what it has also stolen from you, you'll come to a place where your own soul has room to breathe. For religion and religious beliefs may have given humanity purpose and survival strategies, but it has simultaneously suffocated the true expression of souls. It's a vast form of black magic, and we have all dabbled in it. It's time to wash it clean, but first we must know what it is we have, what no longer helps us, and what we choose to believe and become from this day forth. The structure and family feeling of revealed religions can feel safe and secure for many. They can also harness great energies, which can be directed for good. There is also great beauty in the rites and rituals, histories, and traditions. Curse, the need to adhere to strict beliefs means most souls will give their power away and their connection to the divine. Power concentrates in the hands of the few and can be abused. Learn more of the world's religions and begin to understand what has influenced your own life, your own culture, even your laws and the conditions under which you live. While this may sound exhausting, Lotus, it will be helpful as you begin to understand the difference between personal ethics, faith, and connection, and a religion that was revealed to another and which you have ordered, even indirectly, to make your own. Now it is time to examine your heart and say, this is mine. This is what I worship. This is what I love. So I can't talk about a religious aspect to this right now. But Lotus, I will text you about it tomorrow or Sunday, probably Sunday when I have more time. But what I will say is this card is this card is trying to remind you of your connection to the divine. So whether you call the divine God, universe, goddess, whatever. I mean, I believe you're a Christian or a Catholic, something like that, but it wants to reconnect you to your spark of the divine. I do see oppression on you, not demonic, but like lower vibrational, as you know, everything you're going through, but you're about to come out of it simultaneously with your husband come the new year, like February. And again, that doesn't mean everything's going to be hunky-dory and a can of peaches. Can't open up a can of peaches and expect to call it bananas. I don't know. I was talking about my dad, and Billy always used to say that to me. I haven't thought about that in like 10 years. So this is reminding you of your spark of the divine, of your manifestation power, of your ability to have and to receive anything that you want, but also your ability to give that hope and that power over to others without giving your power away, if that makes sense. To spread it thin, but not give it all. I feel like you are spreading yourself too thin. And I feel like there are certain people that are taking way too much from you. They're not doing it on purpose. I can't even say I don't know if. They're not. They're just expecting you to take care of certain things that may no longer be your job as far as their contracts, right? We write our soul contracts with our soulmates, soul family, soul kin in the fifth dimension. Their contract with God, the creator, the divine goddess, whatever you call it. Hate having to be so PC. It's like, y'all know what I'm talking about, but the people that watch this afterwards won't. Lotus, I would do like a guided meditation to connect with your guides. Kind of like what I said to someone earlier. It's like I think it was Nicole, just try to let them know that you know they're there. Okay. And I'll talk to you more about a little more aspect of this off YouTube. So tomorrow or the next day. Slow motion. No. Let me read for you real quick.
Yeah, Richard, if that's okay, let's do slow motion because they live across the big pond. If that's all right with you, Richard, can we do that?
Richard will be okay.
Yeah.
See, Miss Lara knows. She's like, no, wait.
Yeah, I was going to slide her in, and she just broke up. Okay.
Slow motion is a guy.
I know. I'm sorry. I do that for some reason. I don't know.
I know. Why. It's okay. All right. I'm using the Blue Crossroads deck.
I'm sorry. You can beat me up later, Slow-Mo.
I wrote that in your thing the other night. I was like, the dragon is out of the basement and on the loose. Come chill with him. You got Persephone, the card of journey. I like that, Lara. Lara was on top of that. She's like, no, you don't, sir. All right, slow motion. To rise, to get where you wish to go is a process and a journey. Guys, if you notice the trend here tonight, our theme is ascension, rising, glow ups, boss ups. While catalysts to change can appear overnight, transformation rarely does. Be patient. There's a season for everything. Work with the cycles, the seasons, the moon, the sun. There's a time for introversion, extroversion, growth, and stillness. The tale of Persephone is one of the most well-known ancient myths of Western civilization. Persephone's kidnapping by Hades and her descent into the underworld and the consequences of her mother Demeter's grief is an iconic story of change and growth. After falling in love with Persephone from afar, Hades goes to his brother Zeus, the leader of all the gods, for permission to marry her. Zeus says yes and agrees that he will speak to Persephone's mother, Demeter, goddess of agriculture and the seasons, and the girl herself. But Zeus forgets, and much time passes. Hades gets impatient, and Zeus is hard to find. So he seizes Persephone while she's simply picnicking with friends and takes her down to the underworld. This is a little long, guys, so bear with me. Demeter searches for her missing daughter across the earth and cannot find her. In her grief, she stops helping the plants to grow. The weather becomes poor, and all agriculture dries up. The race of humans then suffers a great famine, and many people die. Meanwhile, Persephone is frightened by the audacity of the kidnap in the underworld itself, yet she is treated with respect. Hades wishes to marry her and thus offers her a queendom, and with that she will become the co-ruler of the realm in the underworld and the dead. She'll become powerful and a wife. As she's not dead and still has worldly needs, she also is offered food. A juicy pomegranate with ruby red seeds is given to her. But what she doesn't realize is that if she takes food while in the underworld, she'll be part of that world and she'll have to stay. Up above on the earthly plane, men cry out for help to Zeus, and he hears. He asks Demeter to give the earth its fecundity again, but she refuses until Persephone can be found. By this time, some other gods know who took her, so Zeus goes to Hades to negotiate. Demeter demands her daughter's return outright, but there is an issue now. Persephone has taken food. She has eaten 6 pomegranate seeds, and so must stay with Hades. Zeus brokers a deal so that for 6 months, Persephone will stay with Hades and be his queen. The other 6 months, after journeying up from the underworld, she will spend with her mother on the Earth's surface. She is escorted up through the darkness by her friend Hecate, the torchbearer, who illuminates the way. This is clearly a complex story with many themes, but one is that the story of cycles and transformation, life stages, and the struggles and triumphs of that journey. For example, in ancient Greece, when a young woman was married, she left childish things behind, left home, and joined the family of her husband. Her birth family were both sad and happy at this, and there was often a period of adjustment for the bride. About losing her identity and freedom as a maiden, the bride is made queen of her new home and has responsibilities for her realm. With the birth of children, the cycle doth repeat. The overarching idea here too is about the journey of the change of the seasons. We see how winter is death and rest, spring is renewal and growth, and summer brings all to peak fruition, then transforms again into contraction of autumn. Change and transition are everywhere and constant. We see the natural cycles as equally important. There are times to feel introverted, extroverted, energetic, restful, happy, and sad, and none are better than the other. Your plant companion is the pomegranate, and your crystal companion is garnet. So garnet is January's birthstone. It's usually red, but it can be green, I found out. Somebody told me. I think Bat Mom actually told me that. That garnet can be green. I've looked at green garnet. It is gorgeous. Oh my God, I feel so crappy right now. Come on, bring in the light. So, slow motion. What this card is saying is just because you've been through, I mean, it's like obvious, like just because you've been through some hard times doesn't mean that times are always going to be like that, okay? So, I feel like you have a choice to make. You can stay stuck, stale, and stagnant. I'm not saying you're like in a self-pity mode, but you may be feeling, like I said to someone, because there's a theme here, you may be feeling like, why bother? Or you just pulled out of the feeling of like, why bother? And the universe is saying, good, like get back on your feet like this. It stinks having to constantly be strong, having to constantly get by, just get through. But the universe is saying the more you do that, like without those spaces in between where you don't, the quicker you're going to get through. And you're just going to come to a point where like, it's good. Like whatever's happening, it's like, it's good because I'm good with me. And I do feel an energy coming in of you being more lighthearted, airy, more like your whole vibe is changing slow motion. And the universe is saying, do not let anything happen to bring you back into a dark place. Obviously, things are going to come up that are going to be painful, that are going to be miserable, that are going to make you angry. All of those lower vibrational bad things that happen to us. But remember, they're not bad for our soul for the most part, with the exception of like DV and a few other things. This is all about you and your light. It's not even like I don't even see like many attachments here, but you have to be the one to accept happiness as it comes and to trust in it. I hope that made sense. You have to trust in your own happiness, that it's real, that the people around you are authentic, that the people around you are not, everything that you've been used to. Okay. And if you don't have many people around you, I would say get out there, start putting yourself out there, because there are people, like I told New England Dirt Roadie, in your soul family, like orbiting your energy, meaning you haven't met them yet, but they're waiting in the wings for you to make a move. Pineapple Research, what's up? Happy Thanksgiving. Paranormal Pixie, what do you think about this? So Paranormal Pixie said, we recently did a whole class on the story of Persephone and Hades. What I always understood was that was a matriarchal society for the most part. Like, yes, Zeus was the leader, but not really, because he did defer to his wife. Thank you. Who did you gift it to?
Val.
Nice. Oh, I love putting out content for the members. It's so fun. So anyway, thank you so much, by the way. That is amazing. More members. Let's do it. That's actually better than a YouTube donation, because people get the membership, and when you guys donate through YouTube, I love it, but I only get 49 or 51% of it. YouTube takes 49. So the memberships to bring people into those videos, and I'm going to be putting up at least one a week. That's awesome. So Lara, I always thought it was a matriarchal society. So how would it be that Persephone was kidnapped, right? I mean, that would be a lot of gall. But then it says that she was like, it was audacity, right? Like she was surprised by the audacity. I don't know if that would have been attempted in a matriarchal society. I always thought she went willingly, and then they kind of plotted the scheme that he took her because she didn't want to get in trouble by her mother, because she was a young girl. She was a teenager, from what I understand. Okay, guys, who's next?
Okay, next is Richard.
Oh, good night, Mark. Love you. Thank you for being awesome. Get some rest. Take care of yourself. Slow motion. Good night as well. I'm sorry, Ghost Dragons. Go ahead.
You're all right. You're all right. You're saying good night. Good night, Slow Mo. And I'm sorry I called you Madame. Hello, sir.
Anyway. Thank you for the membership gift. Like I said, that's really, really important. Yes, you may go to sleep now, sir.
Richard is next, and Deirdre's got to leave, so we're going to do her right after Richard.
All right, Miss Deirdre. Richard, we're doing Gateway to the Liminal Spirits. Guys, don't forget December readings. I'm still doing them. You got about 3 or 4 days left to purchase one. $20 to my PayPal or Cash App for a 7 to 10 remote personal general reading. I've got another new deck for the shorts. It's called the Yin Yang deck, Yin Yang Oracle. It's going to be so much fun. I think I'm going to do the December generals with them Sunday. I've been spending so much money on small little bookless decks for those shorts. So guys, keep watching the shorts, positive comments, sharing out. The 6 persimmon seeds is because she chose to be with him and she was in love. But if she had chosen to stay the whole year, her mother would have been enraged and probably would have killed off the world. Yeah. I thought so. It didn't sound right to me that she was surprisingly taken by him, because that society was very matriarchal, and they wait. Guardian Jackpot. Hold on a minute. Hold on. Deirdre, I know you have to leave, so don't worry. Hold on. I was going to gift it to Cindy. I was expecting to be able to pick myself instead of gifting to the channel owner. Yeah, you should have definitely been able to, but you know what I'll do? I will gift Cindy a channel membership for the month, and we'll make it even. Okay? Because that is definitely something I would have done. So Guardian Jackpot, you did gift it to her. Ghost Dragons, please write that down so I don't forget. When we're done here, I'll go right into studio and I'll gift Mama Cindy a membership.
How do you do that? How do you do that?
Well, you have to have my code. I have to do it from inside studio.
Well, I can gift it to her.
You can gift it to her?
Yeah, I can do that.
No, but I mean, I think as the channel owner, I can gift. I might be able to do it without. Well, he just paid me the $5. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't know. He just paid me. So what I'm saying is I'll gift her one or you can gift her one because we already got the money.
Look what Miss Pixie did.
Okay. Thank you, Miss Pixie. I do have to. That's why I need to give Steven keys to my studio channel so that he can get in and figure out how all this works for me and then like break it down. All right. Richard, you have the cave card. All right. Miss Deirdre, I have doctor on Wednesday. Okay, so I will come and see you and we'll talk about the 16th. Or I'll at the very least text you. I know your soup's busy, but I'll text you. I want to go say hi to Jerome too. Come on. These cards are always so hard to find, guys. I'm sorry. They're in no order. Okay. Richard, the mythical cave, home of the hermit. What's that, baby UFO? Lair of monsters, place of mystery, navel of the earth. It asks us to use touch and sound to find our way, feeling internally instead of relying on sight. We must tread slowly and carefully so we don't lose our footing and fall into a chasm. Great care is needed not to be too loud, or the reverberations could cause the structure to collapse or wake sleeping monsters. A period of adjustment is necessary, Richard, when entering the cave or leaving it. We must give our eyes and minds time to adjust to the brightness of light and the shadow of darkness in order to see our way through. Withdrawing from the world from time to time can be a much needed and necessary course of action. The cave is the perfect place in which to hibernate for a bit, lick our wounds, and seek shelter from the storm. Face your fears by exercising patience and understanding with yourself. You don't need to move any faster than necessary to find your way. It might seem like an eternity in the dark, but this is simply an opportunity to speak with the darkness itself. Ghost Dragons, don't sign off right away. Like, go in the background because I'm going to give you the keys immediately so we don't forget and you can get in there and see what's going on. He didn't mention that to me. Well, I'll text him. He was in here last week and I was like, oh, I'll come see you. He might have said something or maybe he just didn't want to like publicly say it. But I could still text him. So Richard, that must be what his card was about. Major change. There's no stopping it. Richard, this card is about accepting something that's happening or that's about to happen. So it's like something's happening in your life, which is weird because I was just saying that last week I gave the same card to Dr. J-Man. Go ahead, Miss Pixie. Thank you so much. I love you. Thank you for being you, and I'll see you soon. But it's like you have to accept. There's no not accepting it. And if you decide that you're not going to go with the flow in this change, you'll be like beating against the universe, which means you may delay it for a while, but you're only delaying the inevitable. The thing is, if you accept it, it's going to take some time to get used to. This is a major thing happening, the breaking up of a long-term relationship, the loss of or the walking away from a long-term job. It's not like giving up on a dream. This is like an actual something is going to be very, very different. Maybe you're moving. It could be something that simple. But if you try to fight it, like I said, you may get a little bit of room, but then it's going to turn into a tower moment where you have to choose between burning up, being crushed, or jumping to your unalive. Like either way, you're going down. So you may as well, excuse me, just go with the flow. Let it happen. It probably is going to be painful. Or at the very least, very confusing. Okay, like, why is this happening to me? This hurts. Why does this have to happen? You know, please God, please universe, please whoever, make it stop. It's not going to. But the thing you have to remember is when we're put through pain like that, or even confusion, whatever this lower vibrational feelings coming in about this change, it's always for a good reason. If the universe is removing people from our lives, it's because they no longer have any reason to be there. Okay. And I think if you look deep down inside, you'll understand why this situation has to end. And within a month or two, if you just go with the flow, you know, work through your emotions. I'm not saying don't feel upset or don't be depressed or don't be angry. Work through it though. Don't lash out. you're going to look back and say, oh my gosh, like for instance, say you've been married 30 years. I don't know how old you are, but just say, and you find out your significant other is seeing someone else and they're leaving you. That is devastating. That's tragic. But if you don't lash out and act outside of yourself, outside of character, and you're just like, you know what, if that's going to make you happy, you deal with your emotions, grow through what you go through, work through them. A year from now, you meet your actual soulmate, and it's the best relationship you've ever had in your life, and you never want it to end. If the breakup of your marriage didn't happen, you never would have been in a situation to meet this amazing person that's going to make the rest of your life so much better. And that's the type of change and transition that we're talking about here. Deirdre, I'm using Queen Maeve. Oh, okay. I guess we're using this one. The Spirits Riseth, Miss Deirdre. Card number 22. This is great. Blue Crossroads says, Gemma Jade, I don't know how to sign up for the membership. And if I don't, I'm sure others don't. Maybe a good idea to explain how for is who. Would love to do that. Oh, yeah. I'm sorry, Deirdre. Just give me 1 second. So, Blue Crossroads, you are a member, though. So maybe that was gifted to you. Like I said, at the end of the night, I'm going to give Ghost Dragons the keys to my studio channel, have him go in, figure that out. Because I don't know. I didn't even know I had memberships. I had to go in and check. So I will definitely do that. And I'll do a little short video on it, letting you guys know exactly how to sign up for them. All right, Deirdre, fear nothing. Do you know why magicians summon demons and the dead? I'll tell you a secret. It's not for the reasons they often profess to. It is because there's great power in becoming the master of one's fears. Did Batman really just say bye and leave when I said stop talking about guns? Children worry about the monsters hiding under their beds. When the lights are extinguished, are ghosts hiding in the dark? In truth, Deirdre, each and every one of us holds authority over the invisible realm. And it is really true. We each get to say what we will allow in our environment and what we will not. We each get to command the spirit realm to act in accordance with our will. The opposite paradigm, the belief that we must constantly tremble in fear of evil spirits and unruly demons, has been born and perpetuated through stories told by leaders who would seek to keep their people weak, dependent, and afraid. Possibly somewhere in your vast and shadowy psyche, you are still a slave to such fears. Otherwise, fear of another variety is gnawing at you and feeding on your power. Will people like you? Are you good enough? Is the world a lonely place? Is the universe random and indifferent? What if you run out of money? What if you become ill or get into an accident? Is society beyond repair? Become acquainted with and honest about the sneaky fears hiding under your bed and lurking in the dark, Deirdre. From now on, they're your servants. You are their master. You're no longer a child. You have the necessary wisdom and authority to reject a fear-based belief system. What's more, you're resourceful. Heck yeah, you are, girl. You are an inspiration to me. You always have been. I loved you from the moment I met you. Do you remember your first phone call to me? You're like, hi, it's Deirdre so-and-so from Bergen University Medical Center or whatever it's called. Why did I have Hackensack in my head? And you're like, can I give you a quick survey? I'm like, no. And I'm like, oh, wait, it's Deirdre? And you're like, yeah. I'm like, oh, sure you can, and we're friends immediately. So that's the kind of person you are. That's your energy. That had nothing to do with me. I was just bitter and angry at having to go to that darn clinic. But you brought the brightness out in me. That's what you do. And that's why I feel like you're in the perfect profession. You are helping lost souls, and you're amazing. You can't know what the future holds, but you can know that whatever it is, you can face it with equanimity, clarity, and aplomb. Relax your body, breathe deeply, and find the baseline of single-minded certainty within you. Now, call up all your old fears. Don't run from them. Invite them in. Don't invite demons in, though. It's not saying invite demons in. And find the power there. Greet them with courage, and they'll transform. Speak to them with authority, and see how they simper and cower before you. Raise the spirits, conjure the ghosts, invoke demons. No, don't do that. I don't know why this card says that. Henceforth, they are your minions. It just means keep control over your fears in your head. They'll never rule you again. Command them and revel in your power. Now, guys, I would have skipped that sentence had I known it was in there because it's not a joke, right? It's not a joke. But Deirdre, you know that, sweetie. By the way, I need your address so I could send you your Yule box. I feel like for as far as you've come, And for as many fears as you've combated and you've worked through and fought through, there's still something inside of you that's making you worry about, and I feel it's like being good enough, people liking you, like the card said. And the fact of the matter is, that's not something that you should be worried about, because the right people, if you have faith and trust in the universe, as you should, or God, whatever you call it, you have to understand that the right people will always be around you at the right times, and the right opportunities will always come to you at the right times, never in the wrong moments. And you also have intuition you have to trust. If someone's really, really nice to you, you could still get a really bad feeling off them because their energy and your energy doesn't mix. It doesn't mean they're a bad person or even that they're doing or saying anything wrong, but it does mean that you are not meant to be around that person at this time. That is the universe's gift to us. So, Deirdre, there's an opportunity coming in, or an opportunity that you recently took or connected with or received, I should say. And I feel like you're not representing yourself as well as you could be because of your fear of not being good enough, not knowing enough, thinking about like, what about the next person? We all have them, right? These insecurities, these self-esteem things. But I feel like you need to blast through them right away, because they're going to affect what other opportunities come in and how you do your job, how you glow up, and how you progress. This coming new year into January, February, even March is going to be major, major, major transformation and change, not only in you, but in your entire life. Things are going to be so different by April, by the time spring rolls in, but not if you don't say, you know what, I'm a badass, I'm a rock star, I got this. That's it. Bow before me to your fears. It works. It's not a permanent fix though. Like, you have to do this a lot. It's going to keep cropping up because of who we are as human beings. Don't worry about it. You're not alone. I definitely do it too. But every time, just wrangle them and be like, nope. And remind yourself of how far you've come and how much you've been through, girl. Who's next?
And
Okay, give me 1 second.
Yeah, and Madison, if you're listening, let me know you're here, and I'll get you in.
I believe she's here.
No, she hadn't answered it, so I was trying to figure out. And then Smoochy, if you're still around, you're next, actually. So you two ladies, if you're here, please let me know.
Sorry, I just need a tiny little snack.
Oh, you're fine. I didn't eat either, so it was like
these are so good.
What were you?
Got the Oreo cream.
Oh, okay.
I got them for RJ's lunch.
And you're eating them all.
I really am. We go through Oreos in this house. Like,
I know you do. Eric,
I get up at like 3 a.m. and eat 10 Oreos with milk. Hey, Eric, Anna, just give me 1 sec.
Such a healthy breakfast. Oreos and bacon. There you go. Bacon flavored Oreos. That would be a hit.
You know what was really good? The hot chocolate flavored Oreos.
Ooh.
The birthday cake ones are way too sweet.
Yeah, I know they are.
I don't like double stuff, triple stuff. I like plain Oreos. The Oreos with the orange filling because they taste plain. Hot chocolate and Neapolitan. That's the vanilla on the outside, chocolate, vanilla, and strawberry on the inside. Very good. I just need to rinse my mouth out because my tooth, and then I got you. I got a special surprise for you tonight.
Smoochy, you're after it. Misbehaving. Oreo Blizzard. Now you're talking. I'm going
to have to go get a water soon, guys. I don't have another one up here, unfortunately. And
oh, that sucks, Edna. It will take time. It will come back. It will come back.
I was so worried the other day. I had Oreos and milk. And as I ate them, I realized I couldn't really taste them. Oh, no, it was a blueberry crumb muffin and chocolate milk. But I guess it was just my sinuses.
Night, Deirdre.
Good night, Deirdre. I love you. Yeah, and I got the angels and ancestors here for you, baby. Oh my gosh. That hurt my tooth really bad. That tooth that got pulled over here last year, do you remember?
For that.
I have a hard time chewing hard things on this side.
It will.
But now with this tooth, I can't chew on this side.
You can't alternate.
It hurts.
Yeah, once you get that callus going back there, it's going to take a while.
There's no gum here, so my nerve is exposed. So even rinsing my mouth out with water hurts, but it feels better right after.
Oh, I'm sure.
But it burns and hurts and burns, and I'm just going to have it pulled because, like I said, it's an extra tooth. Like, I legit have, if you're supposed to have 32 teeth, I have 33.
Now, see, when I had an extra tooth, they gave me a choice on which tooth to pull. So if you want to keep your fang, they'll get rid of the one behind it, or you can get rid of the fang. But it'll also depend on which is easier to take out without doing
the fang is the problem.
Yes, they'll probably take that.
It's in front of my other teeth on top.
Yeah, so, yeah.
It's like sliding.
Yeah, I'll probably take that one.
Baking soda and peroxide? Really? Oh my gosh. Yes, I will. I don't have a.
Oh, I should have told you that because my mom used to do that for us too.
I wonder if I have. I think I do have baking soda. Oh my gosh, that would be so amazing. It hurts. You don't know. It hurts. I mean, you probably do know. It hurts so bad.
Yeah, I do know it hurts.
I mean, we've all had tooth pain. This isn't like that bum, 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 which is good. It's not that kind of pain, but it's nerve pain. It's not like, and I can't help going like this, which makes it hurt even more. But I can't stop because I'm a child of the 80s. I definitely will, for sure. I'm going to do that as soon as I'm done here. Because I've been popping like 4 or 5 ibuprofens at a time. And it's no good, I know. Yeah, my dentist has talked about pulling this tooth for years. But I always loved it because I thought it made my smile look really unique. And when I was 11 years old, my mom's like, do you want to get braces? I'm like, no. Of course I'm going to say no. I'm 11. But she didn't know. My mom was always trying to be, my friend. And she always was. But she should have forced me to get braces. But like with time, like I said, I have bad teeth on the bottom. Luckily, they look nice. But now it no longer makes my smile look cute. If you look at my full smile, it just looks like I have a snaggletooth sticking out of my mouth. So like the picture of us at Olive Garden, I love that picture, but I hate that picture because if you zoom in, you can see
but you look good. We both actually looked real good that day.
That was nice. That food was good.
Oh yeah, I chowed. Guardian jackpot. A quicken ice cream is one of my favorite things. I also do it with hot chocolate. Spread the powder on top.
That sounds good. You know what's really good? Friendly's celebration cake ice cream. You know those Carvel cakes, that ice cream cakes with the blue frosting or icing that's so good? Well, this is the chocolate with the little chocolate pieces. Then it's like vanilla cake batter. And then in the middle is blue ice cream that tastes exactly like that blue frosting. It is so good. I microwave my ice cream because of my sensitive teeth. So I make it into not into a soup, but soft enough that I could just smush it.
Yeah.
And that blue, I just take scoops of the blue and give RJ the rest of it.
Smooch, hey, you people. I have the munchies now.
All right. Anna, you got the Spirit Fox. Trust your talents in changing times. Nothing wrong with that, Miss Smoochie. You go, girl.
I've got my peanut butter pretzels.
I still have another Oreo stick. Those are really expensive, but you know me with my little guy.
Oh, I know.
That child.
Thank God you guys didn't notice when my dad worked for Hostess. He'd be sending you crates upon crates of ho-hos and Twinkies and ho-ho. Oh, my God.
My church is in an old Entenmann's factory.
Oh,
it
really?
was an Entenmann's factory. And it's funny because my ex-boyfriend, I quit sugar for a little bit. I don't have a lot of sugar. Oreos and that ice cream are my weakness, but I don't have them often. So my ex said that he was like total atheist because he was in addiction at the time, but he's an electrician. He's like a master electrician. So he was putting the wiring in for this church. And he's like, this place is going to be such a scam, And then the way our God, because that's what we believe in, works, when he got out of addiction, he brought me to the church a few years later, and I got baptized reborn, and he's a member of that church. And so are we still, but we go to different services. But it's so tiny. Their goal was to make $20 million in donations by 2020. But because of that thing that happened, they still have the 2020 vision going. So by next year, we should be able to move. But there's 4 campuses. There's a church down the street from me that is a college campus, but it's a church now.
Right.
It has its own roads.
Really?
It's like its own little community. It's weird. Okay. And trust your talents in changing times. Stay alert. Change is in the air. Stay alert, girl. The spirit fox features my favorite animal of all time, the red fox, an amazingly resilient creature able to survive in urban environments or the freezing temperatures of the Arctic. Amazingly resilient. That is you, Aunt Edna. I will. I'm going to do it as soon as we end, and I'm going to use a Q-tip to apply. Foxes know what it's like to be hunted. For centuries, they've been sought for their precious fur when all they want is to survive. So the spirit fox can help you overcome the energies of adversity, unfair treatment. Also, as urban foxes hide in cities and go about their business in the darker hours, the fox offers the medicine of simply blending in. No one suspects you. No one ever suspected me either. Nobody ever saw me coming. It was great. The energies around you are changing at this time, and although it may not always be comfortable, you are equipped with all that you need to survive this shift. You are being presented with opportunities to reach spaces you've never encountered before, and this can make you feel on edge, but be open to the shifts occurring because they really are the answers to your prayers, Aunt Edna. The experience of being hunted or threatened is now behind you, and you're being invited to come out from your den and reveal your glory and talents. Call upon Spirit Fox Medicine to help you be seen for who you are and trust in your talents in order to be the best you can be in these changing times. So I do feel like there are permanent changes. What's up, Mike J? There are permanent changes, okay, that you may be tempted to not want to accept, okay? Like certain things maybe that you can't do anymore. Or people that you no longer wish to be around, shifts in situations and relationships. I mean, these happen like basically like weekly, right? I mean, who's coming in, who's coming out, who are we talking to? But for the most part, we have our core group. I feel like there is someone intruding, I feel like you're feeling like this person's a friend, right? And they're caring, but I don't know why, like they're like pecking you, like peck, like information. So I feel like that's one thing where you have to stand your ground, and even with how you're feeling, may not be feeling so good and maybe not so confident in yourself, you have to recognize these types of people for who they are. Okay. That's number one. Number two, the permanent changes that are coming into your life may seem like curses. I mean, they may seem really bad. Like, how am I going to be me? How am I going to do this? The universe is saying, stop, have faith, trust. And it didn't just say, the card didn't just say you're going to be okay. It said, this is the answer to your prayers. So something you've wanted for so long, some kind of change, or maybe it's something you've wanted for so long that you didn't realize what changes needed to be made. The universe made them for you. That is what this is about. So, and I want you to hold your head high. Do not become a pawn for someone else in their drama game. And this is being channeled directly from your spirit team. I don't know what it means. You may not know what it means, but just keep it in the back of your head. I don't know where that came from. Sometimes they just zap me with stuff and I just talk. I don't know. But as for everything else, accept it as it is, laugh in the face of it, and just move forward as best you can because, girl, you've got dreams coming true coming in the new year in the next few months. I'm eating my last stick.
No, can't have it.
I'm doing
it. It's mine. Yeah, Mike, we just chilled all day yesterday. Just was like two old bums running around the house, picking on each other, picking on the dog.
My cousin's reaction to me was so great. You're the scary ghost lady.
Scary ghost lady. That's cute.
I was like, that's me.
Smoochie's next.
I got you, Miss Smoochie. Got my last piece here. I'm a professional, I swear.
Hey, there you go, right here.
Very, very good. I hope you are.
Ralph, how you doing, sir? The stars and planets must be aligned together because I am here, and it's looking like I can stay. Oh,
yeah, and now we should talk. Because I actually think I do know what that's about. But I'll talk to you at another time. Nothing crazy, don't worry. I just had a flash of someone's face. It was weird.
Hello, Ralph. I'm glad you made it. Always a pleasure to see you too, sir.
Miss Smoochie, I got you. Oh, no.
Uh-oh. Take a break and go get water real quick. You got it.
I will. After Smoochie, I will.
Okay, that sounds fair.
Okay. What are we doing? Seeker. Can we not? Oh, guys, I found Hedwig. Do you remember when I told you guys, like, we need to all clean out our closets, move our beds, get that dust out of there? Well, I did it. You're on mute. I did it, and Hedwig was mushed between the wall and the bed this whole time.
I had a funny feeling it was around your bed somewhere because you had it on your bed.
No, that was at my mom's house. This was here.
Oh, really?
He was here. I don't know how we got here, but he was here. Because I left him at my mom's. I thought RJ left him at my mom's so my mom would have company. Because he's cute like that with his stuffed animals.
Oh.
You might be surprised. Sometimes I know things that I just know, and but I'm not a confrontational person, so you know what I mean? I just let it go and let the universe let it play out. People are going to act how they want to act. They're going to be who they're going to be, but I love when people try to keep things from me. It almost never works. All right, Miss Smoochie. Ralph, hi. I'm sorry I didn't say hi to you.
You weren't listening to me. I've been saying hi, saying he got to make it tonight. He even hung around a little bit the other night with me.
I saw that. I was in there. I usually ghost because I'm half asleep. And I don't like to say hi and then I can't have conversations. I feel bad. So I just listen as I fall asleep.
Yeah, he's my buddy from Facebook and my other mother that I never nothered.
A mother you never nothered? Is that what you just said?
I just came. I couldn't get anything.
Oh. All right. Miss Smoochie, look to the future. I think you have a red fox in your you do. You have a red fox in your reading as well.
Okay. It was bad. It was awful. I'll leave.
What?
Sorry.
What did you say?
Said it was bad. It was not a very good rhyme. As you said.
Oh. I was like, what happened? Yes, behind. To have goals and dreams is to have something to look forward to. Working to achieve a goal gives our lives both purpose and meaning. It gives us direction, something tangible in which to invest our time and energy, especially if our goal involves doing something we love. Smoochie, it teaches us about commitment, dedication, and manifestation. Goals can motivate and help us to avoid distraction, while accomplishing a goal can be great for our self-esteem and confidence. In simply having goals, we are building our future. Achieving a goal or making a dream come true takes both planning and action. If you have an idea and you know that implementing that idea will improve your life, then now is the time to determine what course of action to take. What is your objective? Have you set a realistic, achievable goal? Do you need to set smaller goals along the way? What steps do you need to make to achieve the outcome you desire? Every action has an equal and opposite reaction. I keep thinking Hamilton. Every action has an equal opposite reaction. Our cabinet's fractured into factions. In other words, there will be both reward and consequence. There is something to gain, but it'll come at a cost. There's always a price to be paid, so you need to be prepared. Also, be mindful that your goal may need to evolve as time passes. Reevaluate as you move closer to your desired outcome and allow for change in new direction if required. It's time to look to the future, to plan, and then to act. Miss Smoochie, I just feel like you are on like go, go, go mode, or you're about to be, okay? So you may actually feel like there's nothing happening, nothing going on, nothing changing, but things are always changing in the background of our lives because that's the universe's job to change things. So I do feel like you're either going to be struck with inspiration to do something, or you already have been. This is the universe saying, like, just slow down, think things through. Don't act on a whim here. It may be really, really easy for you to do whatever this is. But the universe is saying, wait for more information, let some time pass, give some space between you and this idea and see if it's practical, see if it works for everyone, and look at both sides. There's not, I feel like you're only looking at whatever the situation is from like the side of, I got this. This is going to happen. Or you're looking at it like, that will never happen. That sucks. I can't accomplish this goal. The thing is, you have to find a balance. You have to understand what could happen, what could go wrong, and how it could all go right. And you could accomplish this dream that is a part of your chart and your destiny. So I just feel like whatever it is, like you're only seeing one side of it. And the universe wants you to really take your time, look at the situation as a whole. And this is one of the times where I'll say, like, don't just think about you. Normally I'm like, it's about you, self-love, self-care. This involves other people. And I feel like that might be where the issue's coming in, because you're getting some pushback from people that you're like, why is it even up to them? The universe is saying that they're going to play a huge role in whatever this is too. And there is reading number 2 that I do not understand at all for the night. I will be right back, guys. I have to get a water and rinse my mouth because my tooth is really, really hurting me right now. As you can tell, like I can't really talk that well. So
go do that real quick.
I have to run downstairs, but I'll be right back.
Okay. I am going to ask if some people are still here. That was you, Smoochie, right?
Ow.
Ow, I heard that.
That was Smoochie.
That's what I thought. Okay,
so that was me
Latra,
over my light.
Don't do that.
Well, I don't have any room.
I know.
All right,
Latra,
right back,
okay. Latra, are you still here? Force Friend, are you still here? Guardian Jackpot, are you still here? Sonny, if you're here, do you want a reading? MT Paranormal Life, if you're still here, let me know. Pine Island, if you want one, Jeff, let me know. Baby UFO, you're still here, I hope. Josephine, if you're still around. I'm just going in order here. Eric from Paranormal Highway, if you would like one, let me know. Mike J, I know you're here. Ralph. So if you folks are wanting readings, let me know, especially Latra and Force Friends and Guardian Jackpot, because you're the next 3. Okay, I see you, Force Friend. Thank you very much, dear. Okay, they're here. If Latro doesn't answer, UFO, yeah, I figured I knew you were here. If Latro doesn't answer, Force Friend, you will be next, okay? And then Guardian Jackpot, are you still here? Sonny, if you're around, if you want one, let me know. Pine Island usually just comes and says hi, but if you want one, Jeff.
Sonny usually just comes in too.
I know, but sometimes he gets one. I figured maybe he would want one tonight, but he may be going and messing around getting ready for tonight. So if he's going to stream. So Forest Friend, you're next. Guardian Jackpot, if you're here, let me know. I'll put you on hold just in case. MT Paranormal Life, if you're still here, please let me know. And then we'll go to Baby UFO. Jeff, if you're still here listening, let me know if you want a reading. And then we'll go after. What we're going to do for right now is we're going to go Forest Friends, Baby UFO, Josephine, if you're still listening, let me know because I saw you come in and say hello. Mike J and Ralph. And then if Eric wants one, MT Paranormal Life wants one, or anybody else wants one, Latro comes in, let me know. If not, we're done for the night after that.
Casey.
Yes, other than timestamps.
Well, how many timestamps do we have? Just one.
Just one, right? For right now.
Okay. Who's next?
We're going to go ahead and do Force Friend. I see you, Josephine. Thank you. So, forest friend.
Okay. You guys ever eat whole grain popcorn? Really good. Good.
Oh, baby UFO, thank you so much. Here you go.
Forest friend.
1 second. You might want to say thank you.
Thank you, baby UFO. You are so sweet. Love those donations. I appreciate you guys so much because I'll get this one right before Christmas on the 21st. We're missing Nomeo and Melissa tonight, too.
Yes, we are.
Thank you so much,
interesting
baby
that
UFO.
the both missing after they were both Tiffany doing what they did
That's
last
what I was just thinking.
year.
Oh, Ralph, I love you too.
Ralph, he's such
Forest friend, I'm using the Oracle of the Shapeshifters. That is so awesome. Thank you so much. Seriously. Baby UFO needs a membership gift. If I'm allowed to gift memberships, I will gift you one.
Yep, I figured out.
We're doing dancing.
Wait, hold on, Josephine. We see you, Josephine.
Josephine, we see you. We're doing Dancing Plague and Other Strange Plagues for members this week. And for everyone, the Monday upload at 11 a.m. Eastern is the twin connection. So it starts off with like these twins that have really cool similarities. Then it goes into these kind of weird twins who have this really strange interconnected life. And then it goes into psychotic twin connection, Folly au deux. All right, Mermaid in a Koi Pond, forest friend, card number 41. Josephine is usually on a lag. So a lot of the times it'll take her like up to 10 minutes to hear what we're doing. I don't know what that's about, but she'll respond in a few minutes.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, it's Australia for you.
Forest friend, rediscover your individuality, become the dragon. This mermaid has journeyed to an in-between place, a place where she could be safe for a time. But while she grew safe and while she basked in the comfort of warm waters and plenty of food, she forgot her quest and began to lose herself. It's time to strip away the camouflage that may have kept her hidden when she felt hunted. She has become complacent and her emotions are stagnant. It is time to move on, especially from an emotional situation or a relationship that may seem safe, but in fact, it's not the soul's calling. Let me say that one more again, forest friend. It's time to move on, especially from an emotional situation or relationship that may seem safe, but in fact, it's not the soul's calling. The mermaid has only just realized her moment to move is upon her, and she's saddened at the thought of the discomfort, but she will soon move, and her sadness will be transformed into the sense of being fully alive, fully here, and that taking chances will lead to greater growth once again. Once she does, she'll transform into a dragon maid. The koi represents the urge to seek out the dragon self. The Japanese believe koi are dragons unmade. The koi are very brave creatures. They have enough power to forge their way upstream, even leaping through waterfalls. Once they pass this great test, as the mermaid does, then they grow into the dragon selves. They are stoic, courageous, and related to the fearsome courage of the ancient samurai. Once she breaks free from this small pond, she will have great glory and success and will always be honorable. She'll always remember where she came from. You have taken on the markings of others, their hues and tones, their voices and mannerisms without even knowing it. You have been like water, but instead of gathering in your own great force or finding a way through the tiniest crack to be yourself, you have stayed in a shallower pool than you were meant for. You feel sluggish, tired, and very much like you are no one special. I'm here to tell you, forest friend, that you are special and you have grown too large for this safe haven. It's time to swim free, to somehow make it through a challenging time in front of you in order to reach a place where you can grow and flourish and become even more than you have ever dreamed of being. You have listened to advice that assures you that staying here will keep you safe, and you have been safe, but now it's time to move on. It'll be worth the initial discomfort, for a great and unknown truth about your potential will be revealed. Due to a time of camouflage, stasis, and dormancy, you have forgotten who you are. Forest friend, now you have outgrown what was once a safe haven. It's time to move on, for you are stagnating in your current position and circumstances. There must be fresh water brought in because there's no longer enough room for you to grow. It's time to break free and take the next challenge. Energy that you feel you lack at the moment will flow to you. You have great courage within you, and you are much more than you seem to be at present. You must take a great journey upstream and find a place where you will prosper, flower, and grow into dragonhood. And you'll be most successful, and most important, you'll be a great mentor once you have undertaken the climb. Begin it now. That is a pretty serious message. Okay, Forest friend, I want you to hear me. Hear me and know that you are hearing your spirit team. Okay, because this might be like, all the messages are important to the people who receive them, even the people who they're not for. But this is a really important message that I think a lot of us are going to understand, because I resonated with it. There's always one or two cards that I feel like I could have pulled for myself. Forest friend, this card is about, there's something in your life here that you know. Okay, thank you, Ghost Dragons. That you know is just not working out anymore. So I always use the example of a marriage. Your significant other comes home from work, plops themselves down on the couch, eats their dinner there while you're upstairs getting ready for bed. You're like two ships passing in the night. You still care about the person, but are you in love? No. Are you really happy? No. Are you lonely? Yes. But if you got a divorce, you'd have to pack up all your things, or, you'd have to find a place to live. You'd have to make sure you had enough money. If you have kids, you'd have to take the kids. Isn't it easier to just stay around and say you're gonna eventually, when the kids graduate, when mom's no longer living because she'll flip, like whatever the case may be, you are sacrificing your own happiness for the sake of comfort. And wouldn't it be better to be comfortable in a happy place? I know this feeling very, very well. I've been through it several times in my life. And in fact, up until recently, I'd say it's the story of my life, where I just stayed in situations because it was easier to do that than to get out. Right? That's what's happening here. It doesn't have to be a romantic relationship, but I will say I feel like it might be. Or it could be like a friendship, a long-term friendship, or like this person is doing things that you don't approve of. They're a bad influence, something like that. It could be a job that you no longer have passion for. If you don't get out of this situation, you're just going to stagnate. No good opportunities are going to come in for you. You're not going to grow. Your soul's not going to ascend. You're just going to be. And you'll be okay. Nothing bad's going to happen. But nothing really good's going to happen either. You're just like in limbo. Forest friend, please trust the universe. Be the fool at the beginning of the journey. Sometimes he has that little dog with him. Sometimes he just has that little stick thing on his back. He's taken the journey. Throughout the journey, he gets crushed by the tower. He meets the devil. But you know what he ends up with? The world. Everything he ever dreamed of. Because he took that initial chance. Took the leap of faith and trusted that the universe would catch him. And that's what you're being called to do. If you do this tomorrow or 20 years from now, you are going to be very stagnant until you do it. It's up to you how long it takes. The universe is just waiting. Sorry I'm eating, but it's just popcorn.
It doesn't let you pick who you give your memberships to.
What?
No.
There's got to be a way I can change that.
It's loading down a bunch of people who are apparently subscribed to you, so they got memberships now too. So I was trying to get Mike in there, and I still can't figure out. Now, if I do one,
I'll go into. I'm telling you, it's got to be in studio that we can choose. You can't just. That's not fair. That random people that probably don't even watch my videos are getting memberships.
Yeah, that's true. Let's see.
You know what I mean? I have 3,000 subscribers. I have about 250 people that actually watch me.
I know.
I want the people in here to have them.
That's what I was
Not that I don't care about the other people, but I feel like the people in here, like they watch all the videos, they come into all the live streams. We'll go into studio. Like I said, just go in the background when I'm ending. I'll give you my password real quick. Get in. You don't have to do it tonight, but just make sure you can get in.
Yes, I will.
You're welcome. Who's next?
Okay. Maybe UFO.
I can already hear the comments.
What?
About my eating.
Oh, I was eating. Let them complain. We got to eat. We got to eat. I just was running around. I was worried about everybody else. I didn't take time to eat.
I ate Thanksgiving leftovers, but I like this popcorn. It was just sitting there because RJ and I were eating it while watching.
It's calling to you.
It was.
Gemma.
It's 50% whole grain. It's actually really good.
Good stuff, yeah.
Okay. Who is this? I forgot. Baby UFO. They'll let it wait. Power up.
I'll have to figure out that if there is a way. That's pretty interesting. But
there has to be.
But
I mean, at least we have more members. That would be cool. Yeah.
Yeah. And you get the money from me doing it. So,
you know what's funny? I'll tell you real quick. Whenever someone comments on like a video or a short, and it's not like someone from in here, I don't recognize the name, I always get nervous to check the comment. I have 3,000 subscribers. But if it's not like the 100 that I know,
the ones that consistently say something
I
here
think
and
it's
there.
a troll every single, and it's not. People telling me I'm pretty, you're doing a great job. I love your videos, but I'm always so nervous.
I don't blame you.
And that's how close I am to these specific people. It's funny. Oh, my baby's home. All right, baby UFO. You got Peter Pam. Card number 16. I hear his little voice. Sometimes he calls his dad Ray. We don't hear him. Come on, Ray. Oh my God, Mike, thank you. Yeah, I'm either 8 away or 4 away. My phone says 8 away. My computer says 4 away.
This says $2.99.
I'm 1 away. 1 away. Who's going to be the 3,000 subscriber? I should just go make like a...
No, I'll have Giles do it.
Have him do it, please. I need 3,000. We're going to celebrate. If I get 3,000 by Tuesday, we're going to have a celebration on Tuesday.
I'll make sure I say something to him.
Mike J, I don't know if I'm subscribed to your channel. I don't know if I knew you had one.
I didn't know you had one. And you
I'm sorry, baby. Oh, no. Hold on. Hold on. Timber. Oh, no. Don't do that, please. Oh, that was just a bad clip. Okay. I live in Neverland with my little fairy Tinkerbell and the Lost Boys. My fiercest enemy is Captain Hook, and from time to time I fly to London to pick up my dear friend Wendy and her brother. Some fairy dust, a few happy thoughts, and they can all fly with me and get to live extraordinary lives in Neverland. We have so much fun in here, far away from the adult world. That's why I will never grow up. This I swear. Your inner child is calling you and wants you to have some fun. Forget about the gray and boring world of grown-ups. Only just for a while. There's a whole Neverland to be rediscovered within you. Let go of your responsibilities. Reconnect to your youthful joy. Remember that happy thoughts can truly make you fly. What are your happy thoughts, and what is your inner child begging you to do right now? So, baby UFO, yeah. It's time for you to, I think, stop being so serious and have some fun. I'm just eating these 2 little popcorns. There's something going on, right? Where it's not like you're not having any fun, but I feel like there is, like, there's part of you, I think, like with all of us, like you just want more. But I feel like if you don't know what it already is, in the next week or 2 you will, where there's something that you just feel like you just must do. And it's like a silly thing. Like, I know people aren't going to, this is what I'm hearing. I know people aren't going to understand why I'm doing this, but I need this. So whether it even be like you decide to, take off work for one day and go on a staycation, or you want to suddenly, I feel like I'm hearing like opportunity. So the universe wants you to take any and all opportunities for fun. And that's like at any cost. Obviously, like not to your detriment. You don't want to take off work so that you can go bungee jumping and then you're going to get fired, right? But on your days off, go out, seek fun out. Follow your passions, your hobbies. Do you have any hobbies on the side besides your job? Or is your job taking up every single spare ounce of your time? I understand that. I understand it. But there comes a point where the universe is going to slap you in the face with something. And if you don't get out there and if you don't make time for yourself, for self-care, for happiness, for joy, for smiling, for dancing in the rain, whatever it is, the universe is going to take what it deems not as necessary. So the universe does not look at our money situation. The universe is focusing on our soul, which is our happiness, our peace. And I feel like you're so focused on work. This is a very, wow, it's coming in like really specific now. I don't even want to blink because I could lose it as I blink. It's like work. And we're going to F that poop up if you don't take some time for you to have fun. Yeah, it's becoming a problem. You might not even realize it, baby UFO, but the universe works with and sees our energy. Okay. It's not that it doesn't care about our human happiness. It'll give us whatever we try to manifest if we do it properly, but we also have to follow the rules of our contract. You do not contract yourself to spend 100% of your time caring for dogs. It's a noble cause, and I'm sure you love your job. Oh, Mike, I totally do. I have lip gloss on, dude, and I'm on camera. You don't even know. I go for the handful. He sent me a picture of a turkey leg and a girl just going, and I'm like, you know me so well. I could eat, like I could put food down. You have no idea. Okay.
Oh, and I saw that picture. So bad.
Baby UFO, yeah, you have to get out and have some fun, or the universe is going to put like a block in your way with work. Now, I know you don't want that, and I know you have a lot going on. Like, it's like, oh, I don't have time for like another situation with work. That, okay, I get it. Then make time to get out and do something. Make time to get out. And I'm hearing woman. And that's weird because I always hear this with Netter too. So there might be a soulmate in your orbit. But when I say in your orbit, I don't mean like right here. I mean like if your energy's out to here, this person is just outside of your energy. That doesn't mean out of your reach. That means you just have to move closer to aligning, which is happiness, peace of mind, calm, breathe in. If you want to do some guided meditations at nighttime to connect with your spirit guides, that's what I think they want. They're like, we want connection. Talk to them as though they're actual people in the room with you. Because guess what? They may not be actual people, but they are in the room with you at all times. And when do we visit with them and spend time with them in their realm? Our higher self, the extraterrestrials, our spirit guides, our team, our angels, our spirit family on the other side. When do we do that? When we're sleeping. The best time to do a guided meditation to connect with guides is when you're sleeping. She's not missing though. She's coming. She's coming. I see it, baby UFO. For sure. All right, who's next? Yeah, Mike. Yeah. Like a snack for me is like a pizza.
That she can
Sorry
eat
about
too.
that. Yeah, I can. I mean, lately I've been like stopping myself, but if I really wanted to get down, I could.
Now, it cracked me up at Olive Garden. She kind of babied it.
I was annoyed at our waitress, to be honest.
Yeah, I know. Mike is next.
So my mom was joking around when she brought the breadsticks. Or she didn't. She said, "I'm bringing your breadsticks out in a minute," and my mom was like, "I want breadsticks," like joking.
Yeah.
And the girl was like, "I said I'm bringing them," and like rolled her eyes. And like from that moment on, my sister and I were just like, "This is not cool. Like you don't disrespect moms." Like she was kidding, you know. And that kind of ruined my appetite.
Hers is tacos.
Yeah, I know you're absolutely right. There's a reason they pop in your head all of a sudden. I pay attention. All right. You said Mike?
Yep, Mikey J. Mr. Behold.
Black Dragon's missing too. A lot of people I think are probably visiting family and stuff. Like that's why my mom and Damien aren't here. Yeah. But we'll be back on Tuesday, hopefully celebrating that one extra subscriber. That is so cool. I am excited. I don't have anyone to get, like everyone who ordered readings for November and December that for that contest are people that I've already very recently sent stuff to.
Yeah, it's kind of hard.
If it comes down to it, I'm just sending out my Yule boxes. I mean,
You're getting that time frame anyways.
Most of the people that ordered readings are the people that would be getting them, and then a few extras. So, all right. I'll figure it out. I'm going to give Lightworker a reading too, because she came in right as we were ending last week, and I just couldn't stay on any longer.
Oh, that's right.
She didn't hear us call her, but I did let her know. Yeah, baby UFO, this is like your warning. Like it's the warning before the tower moment, I'm telling you. But if you get out and do it, you'll change that. Okay? And nothing, too shifty will happen, because the universe won't feel like it. Your team won't feel like they have to force you out. Oh. All right. Mike J, you got Arinius. The card of vengeance, card number 31. Blue Crossroads, why can't you eat popcorn? You're not the only person I know like that. Who else do I know that can't eat popcorn? I think my mom is not supposed to eat rice or popcorn or corn because she has like a weird gastrointestinal thing. Okay. Mike J. Revenge can feel good for a time, but it's a hollow victory. Allow yourself to leave a cycle of negativity. Justice will be done. Only you can choose to forgive someone else. You may or may not choose to forgive someone of their transgression, but you can forgive yourself for yourself and not for others. The Erinyes, or the Furies for the Romans, were frightening and punishing female goddesses who tortured or invoked other vengeances on those who deserved it. The Erinyes, by some descriptions, had terrible voices and could fly, while some described them as maidens and other dark crones. They were some of the most ancient of beings, having come into existence before the Olympian pantheon of Greece. The Erinyes have an interesting but bloodthirsty creation myth. Many ancient stories illustrate a repeated pattern of the masculine fearing being usurped by the children, especially the sons. This legend depicts the archetypal Mother Gaia Earth and Father Uranus Sky. Uranus becomes convinced that his sons will do him harm eventually, so he preempts this and puts them in prison and thinks of unaliving them. Gaia is pained by Uranus' imprisonment of her sons and decides he has to be stopped. She creates a sharp sickle made of flint and encourages her Titan sons to seek revenge in their freedom, but only one was willing to try. Cronus, Time, who is ambitious and wishes to be as powerful as his father, agrees to castrate Uranus. Gaia promises to make love with Uranus to get him into a vulnerable position, but instead he's surprised by Cronus, who castrates him. With blood flowing everywhere, the spilled blood forms the avenging Erinyes, the Gigantes, and the Malayae astri nymphs. The Erinyes represent screaming vengeance, and specifically vengeance upon men who do not keep their word and who harm or kill women. Interesting. Matricide was especially something that Erinyes would punish. The dark crimes committed against women, and later by the Erinyes. Oh, no, I'm sorry. And later, this extended to children in the age would be avenged by the Erinyes. And it is said that many men who were not punished by legal means were sent mad by them. The Erinyes were also later called the kindly ones because many saw them as a positive force for justice. Your plant companion is nettle. That's something I put in all of my homemade offering mix. And the crystal companion is rhodonite, which I have tons of it. I fell in love with rhodonite a long time ago. It's very, very light pink, like a powder pink, and it has black all through it. It's beautiful. I love pink and black together. So that's rhodonite. I could show you, but it's all the way on the other side. Is it? Yeah. Okay. So sometimes it's also white with pink all through it, but usually it's pink with black all through it. So, Mike, it's time for you to give it up. There is something you're holding in, and you may not be consciously aware of this. Okay. You're not walking around with like a score to be settled. Maybe you are, but I don't think so. I think this is subconscious. This is something that like either you haven't found out yet, or it happened so long ago you think you're over it until something happens that re-triggers you into it. You have to just tell your spirit team, ouch, put it out into the universe that you forgive whoever this is for whatever it was. And you have to mean it. This person, you don't owe them closure. This person doesn't even have to know you're thinking of them. They don't have to know you forgave them for whatever they did. I feel like this is something that's coming up from your past, though. Somebody like really hurt you, and it's not something you talk about. You don't really even think about it, but now you will, because I'm bringing it up with this card. Sorry, it's your team. It's not me. You have to let this go. When you do, you're going to regain some soul pieces and move up higher into ascension, and things are just going to go better from there. You cannot walk around with this hatred. Like I said, I don't think you're consciously aware of it. But if you think of like the one person who's hurt you more than anyone else and what they did, and you're able to just be like, "It's how I got to where I am," and mean it, you're good to go. This is the universe reminding you of that. And if something comes up in the next week or two, or someone does you dirty, the universe is saying they got your back. You do not have to retaliate, put yourself in harm's way, put yourself at risk for losing anything. You are covered. All right. You are in the right. But if it's something that's coming in, which there might be, because now I'm getting more information where it's like, you don't have to argue your position. The universe knows you're right. The other person knows you're right. Walk away, because they're going to try to bait you into making it something bigger than what it is. Really, they're insignificant in the grand scheme of things of your life, and they know that and don't like it. You're probably better looking. You probably have a better job. Like, they're coveting things that you have, and they're going to try to start poop with you. Weird message, but there we go.
Actually, I went the whole day yesterday without. I was impressed with myself, and most of the night before, after I left stream. Okay, your next two. I'd taken it. Ralph didn't want to. He may have had to run off because the kids. So go ahead and do either Lightworker next or KC, whichever one.
Oh, Lightworker came in?
No, I said they're both. Those are the last. You said timestamp, right?
Oh, no, Lightworker, I'm giving her a full personal.
Okay. So Casey, you're done. You're done. And I usually just write down to Casey, she was last.
Mike J, it would not be a week if I didn't say the word poop. For Casey, we're going to use the fairy tale oracle, and we're going to end it. You guys are amazing. I am going to figure out the memberships. Lara was able to gift to that person.
Yeah.
Right? So it's just, I haven't checked it out, guys. And you know what? That's my bad. I should have. But like I said, I'm going to give Steven the keys to my studio right now. Did I make sense? Because like, it's usually 2 readings. This week it was 3, that I just channel the information and I don't really understand. But if the point is that you understand, right? It's not really about me understanding. I mean, I like to know what I'm talking about so I could expand on it. But sometimes, hold on, guys, I got a card stuck because my nails are so long I can't get it off the table. Come here.
Get one of those little tiny toilet plungers so she can just.
Well, there's a hole in the desk. I usually slide it and lift it up, but there are decks covering it. So give me a second so I don't have an avalanche here.
And he said you did, though.
Yeah, good. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's not, if I don't understand, as long as you do. I hate when people are like, I have no idea what you're talking about. That's only happened once in like the last 3 years. Twice, actually. Once someone called me a fraud and said I didn't know what I was talking about and like I was a loser. And then 2 weeks later came back in and said, oh my gosh, it happened. I was like, yeah, I know. And then someone was like, I don't know if this is me or if you're picking up someone else's energy. And then the next week they were like, oh, I understood it after a while. That's why I always say it could be something that's coming in. It could be a fair warning. I know, New England Dirt Roadie. I've got to put the baking soda peroxide paste on my tooth and get my little guy to bed. We're 3 hours past his bedtime. All right, Miss KC.
Hi, Casey. Dear lady.
She'll be here. This is my girl. I think she's the only other Pisces sun I know.
Really?
Or Pisces sun female. Because Blue Heron was a Pisces moon.
Oh, was she?
Yeah,
I knew she
those
was
are
a
like,
Pisces.
they're so emotional. She was a Leo, but she was a Pisces moon. I
Oh,
miss
okay.
her.
You know,
Puss in Boots.
she doesn't post a whole lot on
She was
Facebook.
going through a lot, and then she was working a lot and like really moving up the ranks with her job. So good for her. We're still friends. I haven't spoken to her. She's the only person besides you I ever met in real life. We had lunch.
Right, I remember that. And Mike says thank you.
Oh, you're so welcome. I'm sorry, guys. My decks are falling. And I can't put them away until tomorrow. So if they fall on my floor, it's a problem. All right, Miss Casey, last card of the night. If anyone else comes in, I'm sorry. That's why I ask everyone to get in by 10 Eastern. Look, we're ending almost right at card number 8. The card of wit, Miss Casey. Puss ventured back into the room and began to compliment the ogre in his cleverness. Of course, it was all very wonderful, he said, but it would be more wonderful still if you, who are so great in fears, could transform yourself into some timid little creature like a mouse. That, I suppose, would be quite impossible. This is the famous tale of seemingly insignificant friendships and gifts bringing us great blessings, for Puss is the only inheritance our young hero receives from his father, while his brothers seem to receive so much more. But in truth, this inheritance is everything his brothers received and so much more, for this cat is determined to use his considerable intelligence and charm to raise the boy up in the status of prince. To the status of prince, literally from rags to riches story. And all the boy must do is as the animal tells him. In many ways, this tale is morally ambiguous. Puss does lie and trick and deceive and flatter his way on up. However, he also saves the life of his master so many times. And so to me, this tale suggests a deeper relationship, and that this clever cat who wears boots and speaks and thinks faster than anyone else is truly the boy's guide. Everything the boy gains is due to Puss, and the tale never suggests there's any reparation to be made for the use of wits rather than work in the gaining of status, esteem, and treasure. So if you have received this card, please look around for the blessings you've been given. They may seem extraordinarily humble. Who inherits a cat? But what if the cat is the wisest and most clever being ever? The tale also suggests that we respect the wisdom of the natural world, which has no compunction about using wit, camouflage, and hunting skills to live and prosper. Nature does not judge the hunter or say to the butterfly that it's deceitful because it resembles a flower and thus is protected. Look around you for clues and cues from nature, and most especially any animals, and their messages can lead you to great achievements. This is an amoral story and is sometimes judged as unworthy for being so, but its amorality is valuable. It makes us question, what would I do to rise and to do well? I ask myself that all the time.
We forgot Josephine.
She'll be next.
Yep.
What are the politics of status in the world? Can you put it in there so she doesn't ask like 47 times?
Yes,
Does Puss simply know how the world works, and is he gifting all this knowledge and while to the boy without any thought of payment? For it seems that Puss delights in the use and exercise of his intellect, and when is wit and politics worth drawing upon? For Puss is a great diplomat, a wily lifesaver, a creature of two worlds whose charm is put to immense use and whose loyalty is unquestionable. Miss KC, if this card has come to you in the very simplest of terms, it's time to use some cunning, some true genius, and to have your wits about you and see opportunities out rather than await them to come to you. So yeah, this is about you finally getting everything that you deserve, everything you've been working for. And thank you. I'm going to do that immediately. I'm going to take my wig and jewelry off, and I'm going right to the bathroom to do that because I am dying right now. I had a tooth pulled on this side last year, so I can't chew on either side now. Okay. Casey, it's time for you to get what's coming to you in the best possible way. You have been kind, you have been caring, you have been considerate, you give so much to others. You are a typical Pisces sun. You always feel like you're bothering or meddling or, yeah, I'm in pain, but I don't need to say it because it may make someone else uncomfortable. And I love that about you because I understand that. But you have to know that everything that you give out into the world energetically, everything you give out into the world is energy, right? It's an energetic thing, whatever you're saying, whatever you're doing, whatever you're giving. It has to be transmuted and come back to you some way, even if it takes years. And I feel like you have been going through so much for so long that all you have to do is speak up and speak your mind and not worry about those uncomfortable little situations that pop up in between. So what if someone's uncomfortable when you bring up their alcoholism? That's on them. You didn't do anything wrong. You're just speaking the truth. I feel like you have some truths that need to be told, Casey, and now is the time to tell them in the nicest, kindest, loving, Casey, beautiful possible way. You have to do that, okay? And it doesn't matter if you have uncomfortable moments, because as soon as you get all of this out there, the universe is going to reward you greatly. And I feel like you desperately are in need of what's coming in. But if you don't start speaking up for yourself, standing up for yourself, taking up for yourself, the universe is not going to, you're giving nothing for the universe to transmute and bounce back. Hi, South American gal. All right, what's up, girl? Josephine, and then we are done. Josephine, I'm going to use the Moonology manifestation.
I'm sorry
South
about
American
that.
girl, how you doing? I don't think I remember you, or I don't remember that name, actually, unless you're the one that insulted me last time you were in here. That's what I think I remember. Are you doing good? Oh, Monica, so it wasn't you. Okay. I was like, I know that name, and I hope it's not. See what I mean? When it's someone I don't recognize, I literally just said that. If it's a name I don't recognize, I'm like, nope, troll. What's up, Monica? All right,
Mike's laughing at you.
Bye, Mike.
Be well, Mike. See you on the flip side.
All right,
See
Miss
you all on the flip
Josephine. First quarter moon in Libra. Keep your heart open. And I immediately heard, but not to manipulators. So we'll see where this goes, baby girl. There is a girl. I was just talking about the person who I felt was trying to like hustle me. She's from South America. So when I saw South American girl, I was like, just talking about her. But no, it's Monica. Yeah, Monica, I'll give you a reading, but listen, I want you to let me know you heard me. From now on, you have to be in by 10 Eastern, because I've been turning people away after that, regardless of who they are, because we're here from 7 on. So between 7 and 10, that's 3 hours. You guys can pop in, give your name, and make sure you're listening. I'll do it for you tonight, no problem. But I'm very, very sick, and my schedule has changed. So it's not as easy for me to stay late. So I'll give you one. But after this, get in by 10, girl. Get your name on the list. I told you, when I see, I was like, I remember you insulting me. Poor Monica. It's okay. I'm just, as long as you know now, you're good. I feel so bad putting my foot down on that, but I really do have to, because it gets very draining. But don't worry, you're next. This is not you. This is Josephine. Then it'll be you. Josephine, keep your heart open. First quarter moon in Libra. Are you too attached to someone, or perhaps to your current goal? It's a wonderful thing to care deeply. However, if you start to smother the other person or situation you love, you could run into trouble. Work with others as you move toward your goals, but don't become so dependent that you give away your power. Keep your heart open. This card can also suggest that it's time to negotiate something, and the way to manifest your goals now could be to come up with a solution that pleases everyone. There's a need to be adored here, which is fine. We all have that trait to an extent, girl, let me tell you. But if it tips you into self-doubt, it's gone too far. It's important that you don't allow yourself to get set in your ways. Keep your heart and mind open. Believe in your gorgeousness. And yes, it does say that, gorge. So, yeah, no big deal, sweetie. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm really sick today in like 4 different ways. So, but I got you. Josephine, listen. I feel like after you've gone through so much struggle, especially with love, and it doesn't have to be romantic love, even if it's like familial relationships, friendships, like you've been hurt so many times. I feel like either right now you're in a good thing, or something good is coming in, a friendship, a kinship, a familial bond, a romantic relationship. There is a good relationship here with a strong foundation, but because of your issues from the past, thank you, Monica. Because of your issues from the past with how you've been treated by people, you're going overboard with giving. And if this hasn't happened yet, be mindful of it in the next month or 2, okay? Not week. You guys are so sweet. Because when you start like becoming overbearing, like you start doubting so much, this probably is going to end up being romantic. Again, even if you don't know what I'm talking about, it's like, even if someone comes in honestly, you have so much self-doubt and your self-esteem issues are going to cause a lot of problems and the relationship's not going to work. So here's what I want you to do until this relationship comes in. I want you to look in the mirror and tell yourself how beautiful you are. As stupid and dumb as that sounds, I want you to do it because guess what? I do it. I do it all the time. I do it even when I'm not looking in the mirror. I do. And it's not because I'm conceited or cocky. It's actually because I have major self-esteem issues and I have major abandonment issues. So when I start getting all these crazy thoughts in my head, I have to remind myself like who I am. You know, I'm Gemma Jade. I'm beautiful inside and out. I help people. I'm a great mother. My kids know they can, like, I just start listing verbally because I usually don't have time to write all of my good qualities. And all of these good qualities are the things this other person sees in you. They're not, as far as right now with this reading, Josephine, you're good. Nobody's lying to you, deceiving you, or cheating you. Miss Monica, let's do Della Wait. I will. I'm sure I'll feel better. You know what happened? I have a really bad toothache because I have an extra tooth in my mouth. I'm having female issues. And I used my son, who's very congested up here. I used his nasal spray last night and gave myself his congestion. So the tooth is probably the worst part of it, but I'll be okay. I'm probably just going to get it pulled. It's extra. So it's not like I'll have a big hole in my mouth. But it's the gum, like the nerve is exposed and it's pressing up against my top tooth is pressing up against it in the back, pushing it, and it's rubbing against right here. Josephine, yeah, you're good. Nutslap, we didn't read for you either, did we? Nutslap, hang out for a minute. Let me do Monica and then I'll do you, okay? Please don't go because you've been here all night. Let's do Monica. Monica got Beauty and the Beast. Nutslap, you have to say something like, yo, where's my reading, bro? All right. Monica, at first I was scared and sad when I saw myself locked away in the castle of this ugly and frightful beast, but then I learned to open my heart. I taught my eyes to see beyond appearances. I discovered hidden beauty behind the beastie face. Therefore, I realized that a beast can be kind and gentle, and that true love can sometimes be born in the strangest of places. Do not trust what your eyes see, trust what your heart feels. Appearances can be deceiving. Maybe at first things will seem dark and unpleasant. Give them a second thought and don't make your mind up too hastily. Learn to open your heart. There's a great amount of beauty and love involved here, but they may be hidden from your sight for the moment. So close your eyes and trust your heart. You'll discover wonders and treasures. Yeah, this is a little bit akin to what I just told Josephine, a little bit. So Monica, here's the thing. Yeah, Nutslap, you stay there. There's something happening for you now too. And I feel like you're seeing whatever this is as like a curse, like something bad. Why is this happening to me? Why me again? And the universe is saying, hold on, because it's something good. It's going to end up being something incredible, but you have to trust in the process. If you're walking around with distrust to everyone and everything around you, every opportunity, I get it. But there has to come a time when you say, you know what? I earned this. I worked for this. I'm a good person. I deserve this. When you start telling yourself that and you bounce that energy to the universe, it will bounce it back and give you everything that you've ever wanted. There is a situation in your life right now, could be romantic or otherwise, Monica, that you are very worried about, that you think is like a catastrophe or a bad thing happening. But I promise you, give it a month or two, and you're going to understand that this was one of the best things that ever could have happened. Cry, rage, whatever you need to do, okay? Get it out of your system because this is not what you think it is, but not in a bad way. You're just not able to see the whole picture yet of whatever this situation is. Once you get to see that in the next month or two, you're going to understand this was actually something incredible that's life-changing in the best possible way. Nutslap, I'm using Halloween Oracle. Oh my God. Okay, Monica, you need to text me, okay? Can you do that? I'm not allowed legally to talk about that on YouTube, but please send me a text message. I will get it after stream and I will respond to you as soon as I'm done cleaning everything up here. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry to hear that. If you want to talk about it, please text me, okay? I can't talk about it on YouTube. I'll get in trouble and I could lose my channel. That's how messed up they are. But I'm here. I'm here for you and we can talk about it, okay? Nuts up, I got you. Halloween.
Much love, hon. Our prayers with you.
That's why I don't turn people away.
I know. And I have no problem.
Monica, I don't know if there's a way I can give it to you. I'll email it to you, okay? I'll do that right after stream. I will email you my phone number. But you have to text me though. I don't really talk. I can't talk on the phone until Sunday because I have my little guy. But if you want to text me, I'm with you. I'll email you. Can you put your email address? They're not going to let you put an email address in. Just put, like, I know it's at Gmail. So just put what it is.
In there? You want me to put yours in there and she can email you?
Yes, do that. Monica, email me like right now, and then I will email you back my phone number. No, you're welcome. I offer you comfort and energy in my heart, and I'm so sorry. And it's really horrible. I'm not allowed to talk about that here, and I can't give you that. I see it. I see it. Just email me, please, like now, so that when I'm done here, I can get it, and I'll text you. Okay, so nuts up. I'm sorry, that shocked me. It's the card of change. The ancient Egyptians took death very seriously. Death was seen, not seen. Death was seen, not seen as many of us see it. A finality to be dreaded, but as just the beginning of a new life and an often eternal life in a better place, the quote-unquote afterlife. Yeah, Monica, I know. I know. As soon as you mentioned it, I got a visit. The practice of honoring and preserving the body through a complex process of mummification was central to ancient Egyptian culture. This was not just a physical embalming process, but a carefully enacted ritual process that ensured preservation in the next world. Many other cultures also mummified their dead, including the Incas, the Argentinians, the Maori, and many of the cultures of the Torres Strait Islands. In our modern horror genres, the mummy has become an icon, from early horror writing at the turn of the century to the very popular films The Mummy and The Mummy Returns. The plot normally revolves around the mummy returning to life and cursing and hunting down the living. The discovery of King Tutankhamun's tombs and other long-hidden Egyptian treasures in the 1920s in particular sparked an explosion in mummy-related films and literature. Should you pull the moaning mummy card from the deck, know that change is inevitable and that no matter how hard you try, things will not be preserved in exactly the same way. This card is also indicative that this change will be for the better. The endings, the closed doors, the barriers, this is just a healthy pause and an indication that a change of tactic is needed. Nutslap, you are not cursed. You just developed a pattern. You can take control and change it. Yeah, man, step outside of your comfort zone, right? Speak up for yourself. Tell people what you will and will not accept in your life. Speak your mind, and you don't have to do it. I'm so sorry. You don't have to do it in a mean way. You don't have to be unkind, but you can say, no, that's a bunch of BS. Stop lying to yourself. I feel like you have wisdom to give. But I feel like it's like people don't think it's coming from the right place. I feel like you need to speak up for yourself. You need to say, like, I'm not making enough money, or you're not treating me right, or, you know, you have to step outside of your comfort zone in order to see all of the opportunities around you. You don't even realize how many they are. You feel stuck, stale, stagnant, like life is just like the hamster wheel, you know. And for some reason, I don't know what this means. You'll be able to interpret it your own way. I keep hearing mom, 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 mom. So something to do maybe with your mom, because I know you're not a mom, obviously. So your mom, mother figure, grandmother, female influence, okay? Someone who's influenced you like your mom, or it is your mom. By the way, I could use some of those oatmeal cookies. You have to speak up, and maybe there's something you need to tell her, or she has something to do with the reason why you are refusing to step outside of your comfort zone. But your whole world, everything you're looking for, that you're like, why don't I have this? Why don't I have that? Why don't I have this? It is all it's like all right there, dude. You just have to like step outside your front door with the intention of gaining, and you will gain. So go to the grocery store and take a look around. Pay attention to people. There's going to be an attraction. Doesn't have to be physical, may not be romantic, but there is something that's on offer for you that is going to change your life for the better. But you have to believe that it's going to happen. You have to believe that it is for you. You have to believe you're not cursed. You're not stuck on the hamster wheel. I love you guys so much. Monica, you should, because we texted a while back and forth. And then we kind of lost contact. If not, I actually have your number. So we're good. I'll text you. It's not going to be immediately because I have to get my son to bed and I'm very sick. So I have to like shower and do all that stuff. But I will text you after and we can talk about it. And if you have questions about it, I know when that happens, a lot of people have questions. There's this idea when someone does that they don't go to the light, but I will tell you that that is 100% not true. But if you have any questions and I can answer them, I will for you. Okay. Spiritual questions, anything. And if you just want to vent and talk, Monica, okay. I can't imagine. I have a 24-year-old and a 23-year-old myself. And, you shocked me. Okay. So do this. Text me tonight. And as soon as I can tonight, I will text you right back and we'll have a conversation. Okay. I love you, girl. I love all of you guys. You guys are amazing, incredible. Members, on Friday, we will be doing the dancing plague, possibly some folly I'll do, and some other strange plagues, sneezing plague. I don't remember exactly what was in there. I only wrote half the script, so I only did the dancing plague, but there is more to come. Friday, 11 a.m. Eastern time. So that's next Friday, because this week I accidentally released the members video on like Tuesday or Wednesday by accident, but it is going to be Friday. Monday at 11 a.m. Eastern time, it's going to be the twin connection. So we're going to talk about a set of twins who are like had weird coincidental same things. Like they drank the same beer, smoked the same cigarettes, but they were separated for like 40 years. Neither one knew the other one existed. They named their kids the same thing. They married their first wife, same name, second wife, same name of the dog growing up. I mean, it was crazy. And they were identical twins. Both ended up being named the same thing, by the way. And then there's a pair of twins that were like psychotic. And then there was a pair of twins that were murderous. So we're really getting on into it Monday at 11 a.m. Tomorrow night, Ghost Dragon is doing my replays. Hopefully he picks a more recent video where I don't have crooked eyebrows or I'm talking like a moron. The one eyebrows, they were like this. I don't know how I probably got so aggravated redoing those eyebrows. I didn't even care. So tomorrow night, that's what it is. Sunday, we take our day off. And Richard Shaver, Lauren Spencer. I will. Do you know? I love when you guys give me ideas. It's so much easier for me. When I talked about people who could allegedly kill with their minds, and we talked very, very briefly about that teacher, I came across a whole documentary series on that today. So I might be going back and revisiting that and covering it, like, because I actually don't think the teacher, he taught them how to self-hypnotize when they were in pain. And the kid left the dentist in pain and got into the car accident. There's so much more to that story than what I found online, coming straight from the horse's mouths. I'm recovering that. Richard Shaver, Lauren Spencer. All right, guys, be kind. It doesn't cost anything. Smile at a stranger. Always go in grace. And I got your back. I believe in y'all. So thanks for hanging out. Bye. Stephen, hang out for a minute.